Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey. He's Jack. We're here to entertain you for a couple of hours tonight. We don't have any fancy graphics like some shows or little bits that we do. We have to do this all with just our words, which good luck to us all. Jack, how you doing tonight?
I'm all right. How you doing?
The usual. So I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. I have
Why?
a doctor's appointment tomorrow. It's my follow-up from when I was in the hospital.
Oh yeah.
And oof, it's weighing on me a little bit, but otherwise I'm well. No
Well,
real
you already
complaint.
had the heart attack, so
Yeah, I mean, what's another one, right?
well, I
Uh,
mean, they're just gonna tell you lose some weight, stop smoking, and stop eating ranch dressing like it's about to be banned by the CCP.
nah, man. By the end of this life, I want my heart to look like a blacksmith's hands. That's how calloused I want that fucker to be.
Um, well, it'll probably look more like a prune, but a calcified prune.
Either
But you
way,
do
it'll
you,
work.
whatever, man.
Now it's been a long time, and I know she's going to tell me to basically do a lot of the life changes I'm already trying to do. She's probably going to put me on yet another medicine. I have no doubt. But I don't know. I don't like doctors, man. To me, doctors are for emergencies. You know what I mean? I'm not a health maintenance kind of guy, which I
Ah,
probably should be because I'm getting to be about 50. And that's look, gentlemen, when you're getting to be about 50, it's time to just start going to the doctor like a normal person.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's time.
Unfortunately, I completely agree with you. It's time to make. I have to make some lifestyle changes too. Gotta stop eating out,
Yeah, yeah.
mostly because it's expensive. But yeah, I gotta take better care of myself.
Yeah, so I like I said, it's weighing on me a little bit. It'll be fine. It's not. I don't like fear shots or anything like that. It's just the process of going. It's almost the same fear most people have of going to the dentist. I just every time I go there, I swear they make me sicker. They do it. I didn't have diabetes till I went to a doctor.
Yeah, you sound like my brother before he got cancer.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm going to the doctor.
Yeah,
It's time for that routine maintenance, man. It just really is. I'm like an old good car, but you got to start, changing that oil a little more often. Jack's gonna stop giving oral sex. Are you?
well, look, ladies, turnabout's fair play, but sometimes I'm an Indian giver. What can I say?
That's why you always receive first. That is just the
that,
rule.
that's why I always receive first.
Yeah, and it's
And
like, no,
then,
I'll
all right,
catch
I'm
you next
done.
time.
Have a good night.
I'll catch you next time. I need a nap right now. All right, so let's move
Sorry, honey,
on.
I pulled my tongue.
That's a real thing that can happen.
I know I've done it
I've
once.
done
It
it.
was horrible.
Yeah, it sucks because it lasts for like a week.
Yeah.
No, Frosted, I got your joke there, dude. I was just running with it. So, Jack, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been a rise of these Gen Z kids popping up on your social media feeds saying really stupid shit in a really what's the word? Spastic fashion.
Oh, God. Yeah, the two shills that are paid by the DNC.
There's those ones. There's another one. There's actually like 4 or 5 of them that have popped up now.
Yeah, I hate those kids. They're fucking obnoxious.
Oh, me too. Me too. One
So
of them is
smug. Ugh.
Mr. Harry Sisson, who we've talked about before because he annoys the shit out of me. Kelder, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Monkey, you're like an old car with a bent frame and shoddy brakes. Yes, but I will still get you to your destination. Not you specifically, Lady Monkey. That sounded dirtier than I meant it to after the start of the show. I'm not getting you off, Keldrick, is what I'm getting at. But thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Um, thank you, Johnny Hellcat. Funds for the monkeyoscopy. Yeah, we're getting to about that point too, man. It's almost time to start getting the finger in the butt on a yearly basis.
Yeah, well, something to do, I guess.
I,
Make new
I mean,
friends with your doctor. And
just
his
lean
cold,
into
cold
it.
knuckles.
Invite him out to lunch first. Find out what
You'd
time.
think he would buy you a nice lunch first, but no.
Well, do you need? It depends. I mean, you're technically paying for it, so shouldn't you be the one buying lunch?
No, you're
Yeah.
paying for it. They're rich.
If you pay a hooker, she doesn't buy you dinner with it.
She takes my babies as her dinner. No, look, I just look for a doctor with thin fingers, preferably a woman, and then I can pretend it's a date. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I've had a prostate exam before, and not a pleasant experience.
No, it's not.
It's
really
not the worst thing I've ever had a doctor do to me, but it was uncomfortable enough. There was no eye contact afterward.
Yeah, it's a very weird vibe afterwards. Like I didn't know how to talk to my doctor after that. Like, so you like sports?
So
Can we do something manly now? Because that was a little bit abrupt. Actually, I've had two, Jack, because I had one in the ER and then one when I went to see my doctor on a follow-up. Now you know why I'm scared of follow-up appointments. But I've had the full colonoscopy and said, look, you'll live, guys. It's just stuff you gotta do.
Yeah.
Stuff you gotta do.
It might save your life. Real quick, thank you, Shio. I prefer giving 68s. That's where she does all the work, and I owe her one.
There you go. All right. So speaking of no, there's no segue there. Going back to Harry, Mr. Harry Sisson. He's this little shit finger we're talking about here.
There you go. There's a segue.
There's a segue. He's a paid shill by the DNC, and he's like, no, I get money from people who get money from the DNC.
You still get money from the DNC just because your agent takes the money.
Nah, bro. You don't understand. You don't understand. The fact that the company he works for gets money from the DNC does not mean he gets money from the DNC. That money's totally separate. It's kind of like how the Azov Battalion, they don't actually get money from us, being the racist Nazis that they are. Ukraine gets it. Kind of like how China didn't get money for gain of function research from the United States. We gave it to somebody else who gave it to them, see?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, once there's a middleman, it's not a real thing. It's
Faithless says 6 degrees of George Soros. Yes, indeed. All right. So but this is a different kind of story about Harry. You see, Harry's been such a douchebag, and people have been calling him out for a while, and people started to notice that he's a stupid douchebag. So he came out with the Ilhan Omar defense, is what I'm calling this. I just got swatted.
Oh God.
I just got swatted. I shouldn't laugh at that. Look, if he really got swatted, it's horrible. It shouldn't happen. Don't do that. I think people who swat people should be prosecuted on attempted murder charges. Period.
I agree. But real quick, I have to replace my X key. It appears to have been worn out by the constant pressing of it I was just doing.
Yeah, I don't believe this shit either. But this is what he says. I just got swatted. Someone called my local police department, said I killed my family, and police showed up. You got swatted. They told him you killed your family, and they just kind of showed up.
Yeah, they just sort of meandered over. Police reporter, it didn't happen, you lying little shit.
I walked out. This is a dude who does everything on social media, and he didn't bust out his phone to take pictures.
Right?
He didn't have video of it. Really? Anyway, I walked outside with my hands up, and the officers with rifles approached me and patted me down. That
is not how that happens at all.
Yeah, they'd have had you get on your knees, hands behind your head. Yeah, this has vibes of Keffels to it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Interlace your fingers behind your head, face away from me, walk back toward my voice, get on your knees, and then they cuff you.
Yeah.
Then they go in and check the house while another officer pats you down.
They searched the house and cleared everything up. I gave them my information to ensure this doesn't happen again. I'm incredibly thankful for how professional the police were. We are safe, and I appreciate the well wishes that you got before you told everybody.
Yeah, who wished you well on that? Like the cops were like, "Good luck, dipshit."
This shouldn't happen to anybody, regardless of political belief. That part I agree with.
Yeah.
And thank you to everybody for your amazing support. Go fuck yourself, Harry. I think you're a piece of shit shill, and you're a douchebag, and bad things, not swatting, but like stepping on Legos constantly should happen to you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I mean, if
Because
he
you're a
tripped
retard.
and a Lego went up his pee hole, I'd laugh.
Yeah, this guy spreads a lot of really stupid shit.
Yeah, not a smart guy.
Cerberus, thank you so very much for that feminist $12. We like the feminist $12 around here, guys. That keeps us going.
True.
Evening, Monkey Man, Jack in chat. Going to be stuck in Warren, Michigan overnight for a delivery. Completely forgot that people out here drive like nut jobs. Thanks for the nightly entertainment. I've been to Warren before. I don't remember where it's at. But yeah, there's two things. Well, three, I guess. No, I'll give you guys this one. There's crazy drivers everywhere, but Michigan drivers really are weird. I'm not saying we're the worst drivers, Jack. There's two things I won't allow people to claim from this state. One is bad roads. Can't have bad roads because those belong to us.
Yeah.
And two is the weather patterns. I know everybody's like, oh, just wait. No, you have no idea with Michigan. I swear to fucking God, I hate this place. I don't know why I fucking live here. But those two things suck. Our drivers are bad, but they're not like, have you ever driven through Chicago?
Yes, I think Michigan's worse.
I've
driven in downtown LA traffic, and I would have to say they are on par with like Detroit drivers.
Alan, thank you so much for the donation with no message. I appreciate it, my friend. Hope you're doing well. I hear what you say there. Ooh, wheezing a little bit. I gotta stop that. I'm on the microphone. It picks all that shit up.
Yeah,
understatement.
Wheezy.
Thank you, understatement. Ranting understatement here. Men between 45 and 50, get your colon prostate exam. Too many people have this gay issue like you're the goddamn Marlboro man. You're stupid and selfish because if you get cancer, you're only burdening those around you being an adult. 100%, dude. And you know what? I appreciate that donation. Thank you so much because usually he fucks with me, but he's not wrong at all there.
Yeah.
Be a man. Get a finger in your butt, all right?
Check your oil, as the kids would say.
There you go.
Real quick. First of all, hi, Cerberus. Second of all, thank you, Johnny Hellcat. Funds for scaring off the next hot Asian nurse from the doctor's office again. I know. Look, if I could score an Asian nurse to give me exams, I'd be at the doctor's office way more often than necessary.
Plague says drive around Chicago. Even that is bad. The worst trek of the trip is 480 around Chicago. Chicago is just crazy, man. It's like they want to die.
Well, they live in Chicago, so...
You know, maybe that's evasive driving as they're dodging bullets.
It could be. Well, you guys dodge potholes. They're dodging gunfire.
That's true.
Probably like some retail theft.
Spud Gun, thank you so much. That is a feminist $12 because that's coming from the UK. It might say 10 on your screen, but that's pounds, y'all. So thank you for that feminist $12. Hey, Monk. Hey, Jack. No finger up the tailpipe. I'd rather my colon fell out. You say that until you get colon cancer.
Yeah. Look, it's better to get your butthole checked while you can.
It's 2 minutes of awkwardness. You'll be fine. You really will. You got the whole rest of the year to have a good time. And you know what? Maybe you'll find you like it. And maybe, I'm just saying this, you'll ask the missus, hey, you want to play doctor? I don't know. Some people like that.
Yeah, there are people that get off on that.
Yeah.
So,
not me because we don't touch the monkey butt, but
well, you remember that one guy that killed his doctor because he had an orgasm when the doctor gave him a prostate exam?
I do remember that story, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, just don't go that far. Just don't make eye contact. You'll be fine. The doctor understands. He's a doctor. They're all slightly autistic anyway, so he sees enough people, he'll forget about it.
No, Russell, you misunderstood. Russell said it takes 2 minutes. No. That's for the awkward phase to get past.
Yeah.
So that you can get back to talking like normal people. The exam itself is like, what, 2 seconds?
It's really quick, yeah.
It's an in, it's an out.
Yeah.
It's not like he's probing back and forth like, does this feel good?
Yeah, if he starts milking your prostate, then he's into you.
Yeah, then there's a whole different idea. How the fuck are we on this topic?
I don't know. I blame you.
Travis Gardner, thank you. Can't complain about roads and weather. Stairs and Okie. Dude, come to Michigan. Just telling you. Just telling you. It was like almost 70 degrees here the other day, and that night it was almost 30. I hate Michigan. You know the bad part about it, Jack? Michigan's beautiful. If you can deal with the weather and the roads and the Whitmer administration, it's a beautiful state. It's just it's part Canadan. Yes, I said Canadan. I'm all right with it. You should be too.
Nope.
All right.
Hang on. Thank you, Alan, for the donation with no message. Hope you're doing well, man.
All right, dude.
Yes, Ebony, that really happened. Thank you, Travis Gardner. I was told that I was going to get a digital rectal exam. I was confused by the term until his one touched my 0. He made a binary code.
They tell women how to self-exam for lumps. Why not teach men to self-examine? I think it's a gay agenda. You know what? I don't even know. I if you want to self-exam, I guess you can. I don't know if you know what you're looking for, though. Are you looking for a lumpy prostate? Aren't they looking for it to be smooth?
I think it's the color and the texture. I'm not sure. It's not something you could do by yourself, though, because you can't really get up in there and look at it.
Wouldn't you? I have no idea. I wouldn't do it if they did. I'd be like, no, I'm gonna pay you to do it because that's a little less weird for me. Thank you, Spud Gun. No, I couldn't do it. My doctor's really pretty and who I'd like to do things with. So no. Maybe this leads to you getting to do stuff. Ain't you seen those stories on the Christian Science Monitor?
Doctors know how to do freaky shit, dude. You never know.
Or here's what you do. Specifically say, hey, look, I'd like a male doctor for this. You can do that. You can go, look, I understand I have to have this done. I'm just not comfortable with you doing it. Doctors will do. Well, you're in the national health system, so I don't know if you guys can do that. Can my wife do it? I mean, she can. I don't know if she has the. Is your wife a doctor like Ben Shapiro's? Because otherwise, I'm pretty sure it's just some kind of foreplay. That is not a medical examination. All right, Zach. Are you ready for the dumbest thing I've seen in quite a while?
I am. Is this the one I sent you, or is this a different one?
This is the one you sent me. And look, guys. I realize I say that a lot, and it's because we pay attention to the news, and unfortunately, dumb is part of the news, but this one was mind-blowingly stupid.
I have to give credit to Evil One for finding this, because I didn't see it. He sent it to me, and it is fucking amazing.
I'm not even sure I want to bring this up on the screen, man.
You do. You know you do. And these fuckers put this behind a paywall, so you can't see the whole episode.
That's actually smart, though. I don't blame the guy because he said, I got to get paid, and that makes sense. At least the clips are out there of the more important parts. All right. This comes to us from a Nuance Bro Twitter Spaces. That's what it's called, right? Twitter Spaces?
Yeah.
And he is talking to this young man over here on the far right. His name's Jeremy. And, well.
No. You're telling me 13.2 million black people are getting shot and killed unarmed every year.
There's context to that. There's definitely.
You heard him right. Jeremy is claiming that 13 million unarmed black people are murdered each year. 13 million. Jack, do you know the population of the black Americans?
Not offhand, but I'm pretty sure 13 million is a large percentage of them.
The latest census data tells us it's about 42 million. And 13 million of them die every year.
Well, that would be, what do they call that? A genocide.
No, Johnny Hellcat, not worldwide. In the United States.
Yeah.
13 million.
And dumb.
Jeremy tells us there's context to that. Yes, the context there is you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's the only context.
The context to those numbers.
Dude, you're fucking crazy, dude. That's like a fucking Holocaust. And dude, every black person would be dead in like fucking 3 years. Like, what are you talking about? That's crazy. What are you saying?
It's actually 4 years that would kill all the black people. But close enough.
Yet we're still dying
Dude,
in
you
record
know what the actual
numbers
answer
more
is?
than white.
Jeremy, do you know what the actual answer is? Because I actually have the real numbers. You've clearly never done this. I'm fucking mind blown right now, dude. The real number by Washington Post, keep tracks of this. Unarmed black.
I want to mention he brings that Washington Post, Jack. So we're talking about somebody who tries to push the narrative of unarmed black people being killed all the time.
Yep.
So he's actually going to a source that should help Jeremy out here. No monthly respawn. Oh, they just got to go back to base. All right.
Black people shot by police, men and women. It's usually like 10 people, dude. It's like 10, maybe like 20 in a year. Sometimes it's like 8. You know, it fluctuates. It's like 7 to like 22, maybe. Like that's what it is. Not million. Like that's just total. Do you believe that?
I'm gonna have to do more research. If you send me the link, I'll look.
You were claiming.
All right, that's enough of this retard. Jack, did you see his excuses for this?
That he's stupid?
No, that's not it. That's not it. His excuse for this was he was asked for numbers on the spot and he didn't have them.
Uh-huh. He also claims he's bad at math.
He did. He claimed he's bad at math. He's bad. By the way, supposedly he has a degree where he did very well in math.
Yeah, well, standards are dropping, so.
For the record, this kid just graduated college.
Not like a special college either.
He just got a college degree, and the motherfucker can't read. I mean,
yeah. But did you listen later on in the clip? He's like, after he says that, do you believe my numbers thing? The kid's like, so can we agree on like 12%?
Yeah.
No.
He says 12 to 20%. He takes the number of actual people shot and tries to morph it into a percentage of black people shot. So if we're doing 42 million, right? And let's say 20% of it, we'll give him the high number. That would be 8 million people a year.
Yeah.
That's better than his 13 million, but that's still black people gone in 6 years.
Now, to be fair, if there were only 100 black people, his numbers would be right.
This kid didn't have to go on this. He's now demanding to debate Tim Pool, which I kind of want to see.
Yeah, Tim Pool's video on this was actually kind of funny.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see Tim on this.
Yeah, he did a video segment on it, and well, Tim just made fun of him. But
well,
it was
why
all,
wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's an easy target, so it's not like Tim was being innovative here. It was just such an easy target because the kid's fucking stupid.
Frosted Glass, thanks so much. Did I miss the cops obtaining a Death Star? Apparently. Chicago's wiped off the map every fucking year. What the fuck? This kid,
they go full Alderaan.
This kid is another one of these paid shills. He works for a group that doesn't work for the DNC, Jack. They work for people who work for the DNC.
Oh, yeah.
The Democrats are out there paying these fucking retarded kids, these Gen Zers between 18 and 22-ish seems to be their range.
Yeah.
Like they're too old to date anymore, so they put them in these political ads and they're paying them for it. And they're all retarded. This kid, this is not a joke, you guys. He had a panic attack over this and ended up in the ER.
Yep. He had like a little panic attack / mental breakdown. And then he closed his Twitter account for a while.
Yeah, he opened it back up with new bullshit about what made it happen and all. But yeah, it's insane that anybody listens to these. Okay, I know I've been on this kick for quite a while, but why the fuck are we listening to these kids? Since when did these kids become we have to, they're so fucking dumb. This one thinks a third of black people are killed every year. And they're all unarmed at the time too, Jack.
Well, yeah, I mean, statistically, that many people, they would be unarmed because this is like a Holocaust.
Do you know how many black people are murdered in the United States every year?
What, 1,000?
It's actually over 2,000. It's less than 3,000. It's between 2,000 and 3,000 a year.
And that's all crime major cities, yeah.
That is all murders. You know who does most of it?
Other black people.
Other black people. Just like most white people are killed by other white people. Most Inuits are killed by other Inuits. You're usually killed by somebody in your area.
The Otter Demon frames them. The Inuits didn't do nothing.
It's the majority of black. It's something like 85% of black people are killed by other black people, and it's mostly in line with other races.
Yeah.
But the point being, it's not cops. For fuck's sake, it's not cops out there just slaughtering every black person they saw.
Yeah, it's literally less than 24 a year, statistically, for like the last 20 years.
Yes.
So, yeah, the kid's just a fucking idiot who doesn't know what he's talking about. And speaking with authority does not make you right. But we've gotten this culture where people just assume they know things because they heard something somewhere.
Yep.
And they're like, well, I must be right. It's the sign thing. Shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. Watch out for those people. Doesn't matter their gender. Don't date them.
This is why I've mentioned many times, it doesn't matter whether the news lies or not. All they have to do is put it out there because some fucking retard will repeat it.
Yeah.
And their little retard friends will repeat it. And suddenly this thing that was found to be absolute bullshit. I saw a guy today say that Donald Trump refused to admit that the Russians were all involved in the 2016 election. He's never done that. He's never done that. But if you read certain news stories, they kind of make it sound like he did, even though he didn't. Because when it first breaks, the whole story about Russia, it's Donald Trump comes out. He goes, it might have been Russia, might have been China. Hell, it could have been a fat kid in his basement. And they're like, see, he's denying the Russians did it. Like, no, he's actually putting out that we don't know for sure who it was. And as we've gotten more and more information, yeah, the Russians were probably doing some shit. But he's denied it every time. No, he hasn't. You're just a liar. You read part of a headline one time, and this is why they do it, Jack. I saw Matt Tiati today. He's like, are you guys ever going to apologize for all the Russian hoax shit? How do you journalists live with yourselves? Because they're still cashing their paychecks.
Yeah, they don't care. There's no consequence. We've talked about this numerous times. When there's no consequence, why apologize? Why ever admit any wrongdoing?
And
also, Oki made a really good correction for us. He said most white people are killed by ramen and eating ranch on cold hot dogs.
Probably not, but
that's white man's kryptonite right there.
Yeah, this whole nonsense though, they're just feeding it to the kids now, and they're out there repeating it in ridiculous manners. I think it was that Harry Sisson guy. I don't even make sure.
Still think that's a gay porn name.
It probably is. Harry Sissy. There he is.
Cannibal said he wanted to see you debate that Jeremy guy's retardation, but it'd probably give you another heart attack.
I wouldn't be able to stop laughing. All right, so let's go back to Harry for a minute, guys. Sorry, I'm on my AT&T because I'm having a lot of problems with Starlink tonight. There's storms going over, Jack. So this might be a little bit jumpy.
You're a bit jumpy.
More than usual.
Oh my God! Look at it. Wait. That image you just had up. It looked like he's throwing like a retarded power fist. Like, oh! Yeah.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be nice and give you a headphone warning here, because I'm gonna play this at its normal volume. I'm warning you right now. This is about to get very loud.
Yeah, this kid's fucking stupid.
So a brand new lawsuit against Rudy Giuliani, Donald Trump's lawyer, alleges that not only did he sexually assault a woman, but he was also selling pardons from Donald Trump for $2 million, and he would split the proceeds with Trump.
Okay. That is not what the story said, by the way.
Yeah.
But MSNBC came out like, this $2 million has been floated before with that exact number. Like, really? By who? Was it you guys?
Probably.
So what this is about is this lady who says that Rudy Giuliani promised to hire her for $1 million a year to be his lawyer. She's suing him, claiming that he only paid her like $12,000 plus some expenses. And that's not enough for the suit. So she also has claimed, you guys can go look this up, that he sexually harassed her, that he sexually assaulted her, and that he made sexual jokes around her. And she heard him and Donald Trump talking about selling pardons for $2 million. He said that he'd worked out a scheme with Donald Trump to sell pardons for $2 million and they would split it. That would be very easy to check. Seriously, very easy to check. Did he start making $1 million payments to himself?
Maybe.
Yeah, this bitch is just throwing everything at the wall, seeing what will stick.
Yeah, she was alleging that like Rudy was banging her like by force for years.
Yeah.
Never thought to go to the cops?
It's making sexual jokes around people a crime now. No. You see, here's the thing. That she is suing Rudy Giuliani, even if it were true about this nonsense with the $2 million pardon thing, it wouldn't be something that would be involved in this lawsuit. She can't sue Rudy Giuliani for getting $2 million from Trump or paying Trump $2 million or whatever it is. That would be entirely irrelevant. That would be a criminal prosecution.
Yeah, plus she'd have no standing anyway. She's not anyone who's affected by that.
What she did instead is just throw all of this bullshit in there so that she could get it on the nightly news and in the hands of retards like this. This is who people are listening to right now.
I don't understand why. Apparently for Gen Z, if you just scream and flail your arms around a lot, like you're a inflatable guy at a car lot, you're an authority figure because that's all he's doing.
Well, he's followed by Dash Dabrowski, if you know who that fucking retard is.
I know that name.
He's the long-haired Gen Zer. He's the OG of this set.
Ugh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what they're doing. This is what they're peddling on young, stupid people. And this is why the other day we talked about how there was a poll that came out that said young people are breaking for Biden. It's like, yeah, because they're hearing stupid shit from people like that. Chicago Mike, thank you so much for that feminist $12. Been a while since I've donated, so here's some money. I hope this helps with ranch flavored hot dogs. Ooh. I've never had ranch flavored hot dogs. I've flavored my hot dogs with ranch. That's different. Now I'm curious.
So second coronary is coming up on deck, is what you're saying.
No, not necessarily. That doesn't.
You're gonna enjoy it, and then you're gonna be like, a couple more packs of this won't hurt.
I have been doing well, thank you.
Yeah, but then you'll have a cheat day, and it's one of those like diabetic vacations where you're not diabetic this weekend.
My wife even told me the other day that she was proud of me for how good I'm doing because of how bad I normally eat.
Yeah, that's good.
I've been sticking to salads, lean meats, not very often either. Mostly just salad. I like salad. I had
McDonald's today. And pizza.
Why are you trying to hurt me?
I'm going to die sooner than you. I don't know.
McDonald's today, diarrhea tomorrow.
Anyway. No, my system's like, normal.
Right? When people make jokes like that about fast food, I'm like, why are you such a bitch?
Why is your system so cowardly?
Look, man, even with Taco Bell, I make the jokes, but it just goes in me like normal food. Like what? That ain't nothing. Bring on something heavy. That ain't shit. Dash seems a little autistic, spazzing at the cam. That's what these guys do. And I've made this, I said it originally jokingly when me and Satsu were doing the game streams, like, man, in order to get more people, we got to scream at the camera once in a while. Because that seems to be, I blame Jackass and Tom Green still, because they're the ones who brought, hey, let's get rid of humor and just be annoying to the world. And, you know, we used to have those people, you know, we'd pretend we liked him, like Andy Kaufman. But except for on Taxi, nobody cared about that fucking weirdo. And there, it was written for him to be that way. So you had, you know, one or two of them here and there, but for the most part, we shunned them because they're annoying.
Well, they were outliers.
Yeah.
Like, you had your people whose whole shtick was being a weirdo. Like Emo Phillips. He didn't shout, but he was like a fucking weirdo.
You know, Dane Cook is a good one for this too, because he was the shouter.
But some of those people were funny. People like Dane Cook came along, and they're just like, that's their entire gimmick is shouting. There's no joke there. It's just shouting random things they did. It's not funny. It's stupid. And after a while, people are like,
But that's what Sam Kinison. Here's the difference with Kinison. Kinison was funny.
Yeah, he wouldn't shout all the time. He'd use it as part of the joke. To like, he'd start out low and then build up to it and then back down again. You know, there was a system to it.
Lewis Black is another one who shouts, but again, you might disagree with me if you're anti-left because he has much of a left, but he's funny. He can make a joke. The joke is not him screaming. The screaming is part of the joke.
Yeah, just like Kinison, except less funny to me.
Yeah, he's definitely less funny than Kinison. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Kinison was a fucking amazing dude.
Yeah, Kinison was brilliant. Bobcat Goldthwait. I don't know if you've ever heard his real voice. It's totally normal.
Oh yeah.
His shtick was to build up to screeching like a lunatic. His character was like slightly retarded.
Yes.
So that was part of the gimmick. It wasn't the entire gimmick. They actually wrote jokes. I got to get a couple things before they get too far away.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Chicago Mike, for that feminist donation. Haven't given money in a while. Here's some money to help get Rico some treats. Oh, yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And thank you, Frosted Glass. Gotta admit, saying flavored my hot dog with ranch is one of the most creative ways of coming out of the closet. Well, he didn't say a ranch hand.
That's right.
Wasn't all Brokeback Mountain up in here. They weren't skydiving, Frosted.
All right, I'm not warding off Ethan Ralph. Stole your joke there. I'm going to take some pills. I'll be right back.
All right. Away, Ethan. Away with your drunken demons. He has brown bottle demons. Bobcat Goldthwait essentially played the Tasmanian devil with ADHD. Yeah, it was his. It was a character he did. I don't really find Carlin that funny, especially when he does the list thing. Yeah, Carlin, for me, a lot of his jokes are dated. I can see why people thought he was really funny. It's just really not my humor. Some of his stuff's pretty funny, but overall, I just didn't care for it. I respect a lot of the groundbreaking that he did for like saying dirty words and stuff, but I don't really care about Carlin. Eddie Murphy, I think, was a far superior comedian.
Yeah, and we'll disagree on that, even though I love Eddie Murphy. I saw somebody the other day. It was a gay guy who's going, we need to be able to make more jokes, and he did the gay part from Raw.
Yeah.
It's still fucking Raw holds up so well. Carlin, if you go back to his early stuff, it was much cleaner. This is when he's, the 60s. He's got a lot of really clean stuff, the hippy dippy weatherman and stuff like that. It's when he gets into the 70s and the 80s and he starts to expand more and he actually starts going after stuff. A lot of his stuff isn't ha funny.
Yeah.
It's goddamn, that is the world we live in funny. You know what I mean? It's more, I don't want to say intellectual because it is humor, but
thought-provoking,
like, oh God, it's observational and it's like, oh, it's our world.
Yeah.
I love him. I think he was funny as shit and one of the groundbreakers, one of the godfathers of comedy, but yeah, I would even say Bill Cosby, if you're going actual laugh for laugh, funnier than Carlin.
Yeah. See, I like old Cosby stuff way better. Carlin just isn't for me. It's just not the style of comedy I like. Like I said, I don't hold anything against him. I just don't think it's anything I'm interested in really listening to. Some of it's okay. It's just not my thing.
I think Carlin at his best, if you're looking for a straight comedy, was when he was doing observational, everyday humor. Like when he's talking about walking up the stairs and thinking there's another step there, or walking down the stairs and forgetting there's a step. His reaction to it and the way he presents it, very fucking. But when he's doing like the different word changes, like PTSD coming from shell shocked and that whole thing,
yeah,
that part isn't funny. It's just like, fuck, he's right. Yeah, he was very. I love Carlin. I'm trying not to be insulting to his comedy because the humorous parts of it were great, but most of what he did wasn't actually all that funny. It was
I just don't like hippies. So
no, I feel you there too. The hippy dippy weatherman, every time that part comes on, I skip past it.
Yeah, to me, a lot of that is super dated too. Like a lot of people now aren't going to get the jokes. There are people like the Bill Cosby himself album that's going to hold up pretty well over time.
Well, again, that's observational humor. Like a lot of that is talking about his family, whether his parents, when he went to school, or his children and his wife. That's the kind of stuff that is timeless.
Yeah. I'm not, damn it, I'm Jesus Christ.
Yes. Jeff says not a fan of Eddie, but Richard was the GOAT. Richard is, look, the two godfathers of comedy to me are Carlin and Pryor. For different reasons. Pryor was fucking amazing. If you've never listened to Richard Pryor, check out Richard Pryor himself or Live on the Sunset Strip. Both of those are great comedy albums. They just had Netflix not Netflix. Was it Netflix? One of those two, or one of those platforms just had a bunch of that old comedy on. They had all of Pryor's old stuff on. They had Eddie's old stuff, Delirious and Raw on there.
That's surprising. Raw is... That's very un-PC by today's standards.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, I bought a copy of that on physical DVD so that when it gets memory hold from society, I'll still be able to laugh at it.
Rodney and Rickles are my two godfathers. Oh, man, both great. Both great.
Yeah. Rodney, I think, is very underrated these days.
Rodney's story is amazing. Somebody should really write that movie.
Right? One of my favorite comedians of all time, W.C. Fields.
Oh yeah.
That's one the younger generations have missed out on. Same with like the Marx Brothers. It's very fun humor, but it's from a completely different generation, but the comic stylings are great. I mean, laughing at drunks is always funny.
Right. Don't write that movie. Look, if somebody ever made Rodney's movie, I'd want it to be honest and not, today. Not for modern audiences.
He'll be played by Queen Latifah.
Yeah, right. Rodney Dangerfield is Lizzo, or the other way around.
Yeah, she ate Rodney. Thank you, Cryptic. I don't mean to be gross, but the only time it's good to yell, "I have diarrhea," is when you're playing Scrabble, because it's worth a shitload of points. I think a good time to yell that is in the middle of a car ride in the middle of nowhere. So you're on a long car ride with people you barely know. You can just yell, "I think I pooped my pants."
Ryan Dangerfield as Dog in that one movie, Rover Dangerfield. I don't know if I ever watched Rover Dangerfield. I know I saw the Ladybugs movie when it first came out on video because I'm a Rodney fan, so I watched it and it wasn't very good. It was your standard wannabe Bad News Bears kind of show.
Yeah. Yeah.
But his stand-up, man, I fucking love Rodney's stand-up.
Yeah, I never saw Rover. Back to School was a great movie.
Back to School was really good. And yeah, guys. I know we talk about comedy on here from time to time. If you've never heard these people, go back and listen. Some of the jokes you might not get. Rodney's another one that's timeless because, I mean, mostly it was just self-deprecating humor. it's just him talking about how fucking horrible his life is. And unfortunately, there was a lot of reality to that.
Yeah.
But it made him money and it made him wealthy. So, yeah. His is one of the passings, Jack, when it happened. I don't normally go, oh, celebrity died. And I'm like, farewell. Thanks for the memories. But his was one like, damn, we lost Rodney.
Yeah. Well, a lot of really good comedians that were people that we liked are gone now. There's still a few, but Tim Conway's gone. Harvey Korman.
It's been mentioned that there's Rodney clips on YouTube here when he was on the Tonight Show. If you haven't seen those, check them out because they're funny as shit.
Like Evil One said, Conway and Corman's dentist skit.
Oh God,
Carol Burnett show. That was fucking amazing.
My favorite part of the Carol Burnett show is when they tried to make each other laugh, and that is one of the best examples of because Corman couldn't keep it together.
Yeah, they were trying so hard.
Yeah, and it was fucking amazing. I like when actors and comedians try to do that shit to each other. Lucille Ball, I'm not as big a fan of. I know people love her in the I Love Lucy. I never really got into it. I appreciate what she was and did.
Yeah, I respect the groundbreaking, but her style of comedy was just whiny and annoying to me.
With some slapstick thrown in.
Yeah.
And I'm not the biggest fan of slapstick. Like the Three Stooges, I get why people like it, but not really for me.
I generally like slapstick. It just it has to be done right, or it comes off as silly and trite. Because it's been done to death thanks to vaudeville.
And to me, it was always just silly watching them, which was great when I was little.
Oh, but yeah, when you're younger, kids love that shit.
Yeah. I hate the Three Stooges. I don't hate them. Again, I understand, what they were and what they did. And I understand people liking them. I outgrew it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that to be like, oh, you're little kids if you like that. We just have different things.
Yeah, I'd like to shut my brain off and watch the Stooges occasionally. Yeah, Carlos Mencia, Cass said, then there's Mencia, funny, steal jokes and say you changed them.
Fair.
Yeah, that's funny, not ha-ha funny.
The thing is, Carlos Mencia is a good comedian in that he can tell a joke. He can tell a joke, he can sell a joke. They're just not his jokes.
Yeah.
He had the wrong calling. He should have went into comedic acting where somebody else wrote the lines for him anyway.
Yeah.
Because he really can. I mean, he tells a good joke. It's just not his.
Yeah, like George Lopez, he's a terrible stand-up comedian, but on his scripted show, he was pretty good.
Yeah.
Even though he's a fucking douchebag.
True story. I loved when the whole thing blew up with Mencia, and they're like, aren't you going to come out for your Mexican brother? And he's like, oh, hell no. That's just more competition.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I'm not out there trying to help anybody else out. I mean, at least he's honest about it. Fluffy, the racist gift back. Look, what's his name? Oh, fuck. I can see him. Who's the comedian that does Fluffy? Gabriel Gonzalez.
Yeah. That dude is funny.
It depends on which show you see.
That's very true.
Fluffy was great. His follow-up, not so much.
Yeah.
It was like coming off of Eddie Izzard watching Dress to Kill and then watching Circle and just like, I feel lied to.
Yeah.
Oh, Iglesias. Sorry, Gabriel Iglesias, not Gonzalez. Look, man, it was kind of Mexican sounding.
No, Iglesias has that like nice smooth flow to it. And if
does.
you do it right, everybody will think you're related to the singer.
And yeah, women's panties just drop.
Yeah, that dude had a voice that made chicks just slowly drip.
That was racist. Nobody says it's racist when I get white people's last names wrong. Anyhow, Merle Davis, it's your birthday. This one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Merle. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sir. Hope you have a great one. Really, really do. Julio or Enrique? Yes.
Yes, both.
They can
Enrique
both sing.
inherited his buttery, dulcet tones from Julio. And
Is-
both of them can drop panties like that. It's fucking amazing.
Enrique came out with his song "You Sang to Me" and just panties all over, just fell to the floor. Women hadn't even heard the song and their panties just fell right off.
Yeah.
What happened? I don't know. And Iglesias must have released a song.
Cullen said, "Is a goddamn cavalcade of mispronunciation and just being wrong. You must be new. Welcome aboard."
What? Mispronunciations? That wasn't a mispronunciations. It was a completely wrong name.
Well, you are good at mispronunciation. We
Mm.
both do it pretty regular. So
That part is true. That is true. But
I just don't admit that I'm doing it wrong most of the time.
I just want to be clear here that there was no mispronunciation. I was just wrong. Only the second half of that is true.
No, I mean, show wide, it's applicable.
True. Enrique got Anna Kournikova. Oh, yeah, that's true. He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, in her prime.
In her prime, yeah.
Oh, I mean, I can't blame her. I mean, he was a dashingly handsome man with a buttery tones. Of course, the dude is gonna get panties dropping, like, and he's getting prime tail.
You fucked up Izzard. How did I say it?
Well, some people pronounce it Izzard, others pronounce it Izzard. I've heard it both ways. I don't fucking know.
I'm pronouncing it the way that it's pronounced at the beginning of Dress to Kill. When they announce him, Eddie Izzard is how they announce him. So
I don't know.
That'd be
I don't really care.
that'd be their fault, not mine.
What's he gonna do? Get mad at us?
Right. I'll just push him over. He's in heels.
Yeah.
Oh God, have you
super
seen what has
old.
happened to him?
Oh, he looks like shit.
Oh,
like
he
I don't
looks
know
like
what
an old
wrinkle
lady.
monster attacked him, but they did some serious damage.
He got fake titties that don't even look right, and Eddie. All right, man. I guess. Shouldn't he be like Edie now?
Maybe.
Dress to Kill was awesome. Dress to Kill is one of my favorite comedy specials ever. I've made everyone I know watch that.
Yeah, see, I just don't get the attraction. I don't find him all that funny.
His is another one where a lot of it isn't all that funny. I mean, some of his reactions are what make it funny, but it's observational stuff that's just like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dame Edna was funnier. He's just discount store Dame Edna.
Saw Anna on The Biggest Loser a couple of years ago, still insanely hot. Was she one of the Biggest Losers?
I think she was a coach or something.
Oh, okay, that's different then. I was just thinking, I mean, you saw her on there, like what, she ballooned up? She still had a pretty face.
Oh my God, have you seen Selena Gomez recently?
Oh God, no.
Oh man. I don't know. She didn't hit a wall, she hit a Dunkin' Donuts.
I never really paid much attention to Selena Gomez. The only reason I know her name is my children used to watch The Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh yeah.
And that's
my
where she
friends'
came
kids
from.
watch that shit.
Yeah.
Not bad written for a kid's show. A lot of Disney from that time was pretty well written.
Oh,
and then you'd like have to watch Nickelodeon, and it was like getting stabbed with 1,000 needles. Like, who wrote this garbage? But she used to be pretty cute, and then Justin Bieber ruined her.
Oh, he ruined himself, man. It must be hard to go through that. I don't know what happened to that kid other than his mom wanted to make a bunch of money off of him. And so she tried to Tiffany him into fame. And then, I mean, he's a little gay kid who wants to be gay and they won't let him.
Yeah, but he wrecked that poor girl, and now she's fat.
Pirate Bob, thank you so very much. Haven't donated a bit. I appreciate you guys. We appreciate you watching and the donation.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that. But just for being here, we appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for supporting us.
All right.
Melissa Joan Hart hit the donut shop too. A lot of Disney kids seem to get kind of like eat their feelings kind of thing. Probably because they're diddled or something. There's a lot of kid diddlers out there in Hollywood.
When Mickey's got a finger in you, you want something to fill the hole in your heart.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along, shall we? It's a horrible segue.
Oh yeah, we have a show to do.
We have a show to do. Yeah, that's kind of what we're here for. Like I said, guys, good luck to all of us with this.
Oh, Chris said she has lupus. Her weight problems are stemming from their treatment. Oh, okay.
It's always
never
lupus.
It's the donuts.
It's the diabetes.
Yeah, Brittany did. She just went crazy. She's a little chubbier, but she's like in her 40s. It's still smash.
I don't even think she's all. I know you probably do, but Brittany's not chubby. She's just gone weird, man.
Yeah, but I think a lot of that's because she's been sheltered for so long, like cloistered away.
I know.
Like,
I think she's actually insane and needs a guardian.
I just want to have sex with her a couple times.
And if she did it, then we'd know that she needs a guardian.
Yeah. Ebony asked, "Who don't you find fat?" Most of K-pop. Most. There's a couple chunkies in there.
Have you seen the pictures from the concentration camps?
Jack, she's like 50s.
You wouldn't say they were fat.
The concentration camp people, they're a little too thin. You got to find the happy medium.
She wasn't asking who you were attracted to, who you find not fat.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because we all know if it was, the World War II kind of thing, you want internment camps, not concentration camps.
Yeah. What they call them, fat camp.
Fat camp.
Those are all gay boy bands. No, dude, you were watching the wrong K-pop. Twice, Red Velvet, Blackpink. There are so many hot girls in K-pop. Don't look at the boy bands. They're creepy looking. They look like autons from Doctor Who.
I don't even like K-pop. I like watching them dance, though. That is some well choreographed shit.
That's because they spend 16 hours a day learning it, or they don't eat.
If they fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I recommend that being done, but it is really impressive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They do quite a bit.
Ease Bees. I know it's supposed to be easy beasy. I know that one. I just like Ease Bees. Monkey, could you recommend a great PC game? What are your interests? I can recommend all kinds of great PC games. One of my favorites being 7 Days to Die, of course. Red Dead, man. If you've never played Red Dead 2, you gotta play Red Dead 2. But what kind of games are you interested in? That's always my question when it comes to that. I don't mean to be Socrates there and answer a question with a question. I just can't answer it. I mean, if I tell you Red Dead and you have no interest in the Wild West at all, you're gonna be like, fuck this guy. He don't know shit. Even though it is a great game, even if you're not into the Old West. Anyhow.
Real quick. Thank you, Keldrick. Disney puts magic in every child's heart and butthole. Yeah, and their drinks too, probably.
No MMOs. That doesn't help me. Do you know how many genres that still is? You literally didn't cut down any genre. All right. RPG, first-person shooter, RTS, casual, sports. What kind of games do you enjoy? The Metro games are fun. I've never played the Metro games. You'd have to get.
I liked them.
Played all the ones you mentioned. Fuck. The one me and Satsu are playing right now is fun. It's the Survivalist. It's kind of a cartoony looking survival game that it's really kind of deep, and you get these monkeys that go do stuff for you, Jack. You get these little slave monkeys.
Oh.
Except for they're not slaves. They're happy to do it for you. They want to. Yeah.
Do they sing like little ballads like Swing Low, Sweet Chariot?
No, and I realized as I was saying it what I was saying, so we're gonna move past that. These are actual monkeys, though.
Oh, they're apes.
No, monkeys.
Oh,
yeah. They got.
What's that one called? I saw you guys playing it. I just didn't pay.
The Survivalist.
Survival. Oh, not the ape enslavers.
No. That's a whole different game. Edit that shit out. No, look. This is why it always makes me laugh when people call me racist, Jack, because I accidentally say racist shit because I'm not thinking in the racist terms. Because that's not who I am, you know? Like when I told Satsu I'd turn him into a monkey.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Yeah. And as soon as it left my mouth, I was like, fuck. But I'm not worried about what other people see. I worry about what's in my heart, Jack. Speaking of what's
cholesterol.
No. I keep that in my kidney for later.
Oh, so it's for the future surprise.
RDR equals GTA on horse. It absolutely is. But it's fun, and Red Dead 2, the story is so good. All righty.
But you like that Phasmo game too.
I do like Phasmo. It's not one I recommend to people unless I've seen them play. Have you ever played Hard Space Shipbreaker? Very, very little. And it's one I just didn't get into it. It didn't keep my interest.
If you like boats, you can play Shipwreckers on PS1. That game's fucking awesome.
Oh, this reminds me. Comrade Kitty, are you out there? Comrade Kitty donated a game to me over on Steam the other night, and I didn't see it till after we were off the show. Thank you so very much for that. I forget the name of it, but it's one we've been recommended. Somebody help me out. It's like Phasmo, but you actually have to exercise the ghosts as well. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Comrade Kitty. Deep Rock Galactic. That one's okay. I can't imagine playing it alone, though. I don't know if I could play that one alone.
You know what game really sucks to play alone? Shoots and Ladders. It's not exciting at all.
But do you realize how much you win?
No, I usually get mad and throw it.
If you don't cry at the end of Red Dead 2, you're an asshole. I didn't cry because I saw it coming. The only part that almost got me, the only part is when you thank your horse. Oh, because I was not expecting that part of it. That one hit me right in the feels. I was like, oh. And I warned the audience because I'd already played the game offline, Jack, before I played it on. I'm like, there's some shit that's going to come up in a moment that's going to be hurtful. So just so you know.
You didn't cry for Trash Can.
I did cry for Trash Can, but yeah, I don't want to ruin the story for people who haven't played, but the game's been out for years now. They kill your horse, man. And you get down, and it's not just that they kill it, it's Arthur getting down there and thanking the horse. It's like, oh damn. Oh, right in the feels.
Wow. Frosted said that part got chinked too.
Probably did. Jordan, thank you. I watched a snobbish criminal fall down the stairs. It was condescending. Well played. Thank you so much. Empyrean is a good one if you like 7 Days to Die. If you can get past the art style, RimWorld is one of the best games that's been put out in my lifetime. That one's deep. Shit, but I don't want to do all games here. I want to move on, Jack, because I want to talk about Elon Musk. He caused some controversies today, Jack.
Oh no!
Because he had opinions.
Oh no!
I think it was the Washington Post who came out, and they're really mad. This isn't in the clip that we're going to see, but he's basically called, George Soros evil.
Yeah, well, he compared him to. Is that the clip we're watching?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
Yeah, he compared him to Magneto.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? Maybe that's the beginning of this clip. We'll have to see. I'm more interested in what he says at the end than the beginning. But that Soros part, man, the Washington Post basically calls him an anti-Semite over it.
Lame.
Nobody hates George Soros because he's got a minor connection to Jewish people. And don't tell me, but he is a Jew. Fuck that. No, he's not. He's not a practicing Jew. His mom he's Jewish. All right. Nobody cares.
Santos is more Jewish than Soros.
Nobody cares that he's fucking Jewish in any way. He's a fucking piece of shit. He's the emperor, for fuck's sake. He's Palpatine. This is an evil man who has crashed economies before.
I, for one, am not sad and do not think him to be evil per se.
No, the man is fucking evil, period. All right.
I'm looking for red dots. Hold on. All right, I'm good. Go.
Certainly looks like Palpatine, doesn't he? The fucker needs to just finally melt all the way. Somebody throw water on him. All right. Is the volume up all the way?
I got that joke.
Thank you.
For somebody who hates that movie, that was a good one.
Well, I mean, it's kind of iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to at all. But I'm trying. Even came up though in the annual meeting. I mean, do your tweets.
All right, hang on. Keldrick, thank you so much. Let me get this before we get into this clip, because this guy's basically whining that Elon Musk has opinions and shares them.
Yeah, how dare he, fucking monster.
Thank you, Keldrig. How dare he call Soros, evil? He only wants to oppress everyone who disagrees with him. That's not evil at all. Soros is who they try to paint Elon as.
And Trump.
But lately it's been this, they're really on this Elon kick.
Oh, yeah.
God, no. I don't want to at all. But I'm trying. Even came up though in the annual meeting. I mean, do your tweets hurt the company? Are there Tesla owners who say, I don't agree with his political position?
Yeah, Alyssa Milano, and nobody gives a fuck.
Right? Nobody cares about a has-been.
And I know it because he shares so much of it. Or there are advertisers on Twitter that Linda Yaccarino will come and say, you got to stop, man. Or, I can't get these ads because of some of the things you tweet.
I love his face there. For the record, hang on. There's going to be long pauses in this. It's not the video breaking up. It's Elon, his computer brain thinking real fast.
Yeah.
And he's putting shit together. You can see it happen. It's wonderful. You imagine his eyes just going up and down real fast, like a fucking android in a movie.
Like Zuckerberg in real life.
Yes, like Zuckerberg.
I'm reminded of there's a scene in The Princess Bride. Great movie.
I was so curious when he said that, where he was going.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching this first time. Okay, I love The Princess Bride. What the fuck does that have to do with you saying whatever you want to say?
He pulls out some great pop culture analogies.
He really does. This guy, look, I know he's busy all the time, but obviously he's got movies playing in the background.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Lesser Logic. He makes sense of this. I promise you.
Movie.
Great movie.
Where he confronts the person who killed his father. And he says, offer me money. Offer me power. I don't care.
So you just don't care. You want to share what you have to say.
I'll say what I want to say, and if the consequence of that is losing money, so be it.
Okay.
You know what? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I respect that because not many people will take that stand. Plus, it doesn't hurt that he's the richest man in the world.
ESB says that's called fuck you money. Yeah, I had a discussion with somebody on Twitter about this because they said, wouldn't it be great if everybody was like that? I'm like, yeah, it would be, but they can't be anymore.
Yeah.
Because Joe Bob, the car salesman, says the wrong thing on Twitter and loses his fucking job. He now can't eat.
Yeah.
Elon is never going to have to worry about eating.
No, not only is he super smart, he's incredibly wealthy. And even if he lost all his money, he's smart enough to come up with new ways of making more money.
And here's the thing. While I say that, having Elon Musk, the richest person in the world, come out and say things like this, there's power in that.
Yeah.
There's power in people saying, wait, I don't have to constrain myself. Now, like Jack, you and I were on YouTube right now, so we have to constrain ourselves.
Yep, true.
It's just the rules of where we are. But I don't apologize for the things we do say, because we still get people, oh my God, you said X, Y, and Z. Like, yeah, I did. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But I'm also in a unique position, Jack, where I'm a cripple. I don't have to worry about it. I can't get fired from my job.
Yeah, that's true. This is our job.
Yeah. So while I appreciate that there is that dichotomy of where he's got fuck everybody money, the power of him saying that, hopefully people look at it and go, you know what? Yeah, fuck that. That doesn't mean go out there and like some people do when they first get on Rumble and just start chanting the N-word. Ain't no reason for that.
No, but to be able to express yourself without fear of retribution and life ruination,
Yeah.
that is very liberating. And that's how things are
Well-
supposed to be in America.
Yep. We've talked about this many times. The power to control language is more powerful than any weapon you got. If you can keep people from speaking, you control them, period.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so I'll keep my panties on. They never impress me. Dixie, I'm guessing you're a bit back in the show. That or you're talking about Elon and I don't know anybody that well, I guess he's got that money, so there's probably panties that drop for him. Once or twice.
Oh, I'm sure.
Didn't he bang that? What was her name? Grimes? How you bang somebody whose name is Grimes?
I would constantly think of that Simpsons episode with Grimy.
I didn't watch a lot of Simpsons, so I'm not familiar.
Oh my
I
god.
Go ahead.
There's an episode where Homer has an arch nemesis who just doesn't understand Homer at all, ends up getting killed.
I would just think it would make me think that she constantly needs feminine wipes.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I don't know. Maybe she's really hot or does some fun stuff. Who knows?
Amber Heard, he bonked her, right? Yeah, reportedly he banged her. Somebody was like, "Oh, he chose Amber Heard." No, he didn't. He used her as an Amber Heard should be used.
Yeah.
He dropped off a load and left.
Yeah, and then change your phone number.
Look how much better Johnny Depp's life would have been if he had done that.
Oh shit!
Drop a load and leave. Is that wrong? Are we not supposed to say that?
We're not supposed to say it out loud. It's gauche.
Oh, gotcha. Build your own Twitter. Maybe I'll just buy it. You can't do that. That's exactly what happened.
Yep.
God, they're still so mad about him getting Twitter. And
because there's a bunch of censorious lunatics.
That Washington Post piece. Yeah, let me pull it up. Who shared that? Daxy Boy shared that out. Why did Dax not come up when I typed in Dax?
Is he banned again?
I don't think so. I just saw him today.
That doesn't mean anything.
What the ever loving shit?
Spell his name right?
I just typed in Dax because that's I don't know its full name on Twitter anymore.
Isn't it Dax Orion still?
It's cloned Dax.
Oh yeah.
Clone Dax, there it is. Clone Band Dax, there it is. All right, so where's this stupid ass Washington Post thing? Right there. Okay, so this is their story about Elon going after that Jew. Elon Musk, who has overseen a rise in anti-Semitism and other hate speech on Twitter, made a series of attacks on George Soros, tweeting the Jewish-born investor and liberal philanthropist, full-on rapist, hates humanity and wants to erode the very fabric of civilization. All right.
Wow. Hyperbolic much?
Right. Do you think Elon said anything about him being Jewish?
Nope.
Nope. Not a fucking word.
Because he's not a religious person. Soros has a Jewish name. He's not religious in any capacity.
But that first part, he's overseen a rise in anti-Semitism. Like he's out there going, hey guys, we need more Jew bashing on the site.
Yeah. What is he, de Blasio?
Fuck. He's not the mayor of New York, guys. Oh, there's Daxy. What's up, man? You talked to me.
Dax.
I must have been summoned. Dude, you always have a seat at the table. Let me know and I'll send you. One of my favorite people on the internet, man. And in the world, to be honest.
Well, he's very adorable.
He did compare Soros to Magneto, but how many people know Magneto is Jewish? I mean, even with that, would it be better if it's like, okay, he's Thanos?
Well, he does fit more the Magneto archetype. So
Yeah.
he's not wrong. He knows his nerddom. People just didn't like it because they're babies.
He oversees the Jew hate. He oversaw it. Because he hates the Jew. Did we mention he hates Jews? He really can't stand the Jews.
Yeah, he's not even Henry Ford bad.
Jesus Christ, man.
Toss him the link.
Yeah, I'm doing that. All of this because he had the nerve, the fucking nerve to call out Soros, who's been called out many fucking times by many fucking people, and it's only been within like the last 6 months or so that you've seen this big push about it being Jew. And where does it come from? Them being mad that he bought Twitter, that Elon bought Twitter.
Yeah.
How do you... These people love Twitter as long as they can control the language on there. That should tell you something. Oh, Ease Bees, Cannibalistic Wizard said, I like They Are Billions. I have They Are Billions, but I've never played it. It's like an RTS zombie game. And they just send a shit ton of zombies at you. It's one I keep meaning to fire up, but I've never actually played it. All right, Daxy boy, you should have the link, I think. All right. Jack, let's move along with stories I have today. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't have a lot of stories today. I had subjects.
Yeah.
Daxy!
Meow.
Daxy boy, how you been, my friend?
I'm good.
It's been way too long, man. You... I just saw your name. Not a fan of Soros Nito. Yeah, fuck that guy. Daxy, what do you think of the Washington Post and their bullshit?
In general, or just that tweet?
That tweet specifically.
Oh, they're cunts.
Yeah. And there's no other way to say that. Oh, although, do you realize we can get in less trouble on Twitter for that now? Have you guys used cunt on Twitter?
No, because last time I got yeeted for something like that.
I've used it a few times in recent memory. Just testing the waters, dipping my toe in.
Is that what the kids call it now?
That's what they call it. What subject do I want to talk about next? There's so many things today. I saw a lot of stupid today. And
Well, there's a lot of stupid out there.
There really is. I took yesterday off, and I just took the night off just because, guys, there was no real reason for it. And I meant to announce it, and I just got distracted. I was watching movies, and I saw a movie that actually kind of weirded me out a little bit.
Barbie?
Schindler's List?
No. I forget the name of it, but it was Ryan Reynolds and Denzel from 2012. Ryan Reynolds plays a CIA agent and
Safe House.
Safe House. That's it. Thank you.
I've seen it before. I couldn't remember the name of it.
It fucking blew my mind because Ryan Reynolds actually acted instead of just being Ryan Reynolds. He was like controlled, and it was weird to see. I don't like Ryan Reynolds like that.
You don't like him in drama roles?
I mean, he did a good job, but that's not why you watch Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
I mean, I saw the
don't
movie
like
for
it.
Denzel, so.
I don't like it when actors act.
Yeah, geez, monkey.
It was a decent movie, but yeah, it was just weird seeing Ryan actually trying to do a role instead of just being Ryan Reynolds and running with it. But yeah, so that's what I was doing yesterday. Oh yeah, we need to talk about this. This is an important story today, guys. I don't know if you guys were. I know you saw it, Jack, because we talked about it on Twitter. But Representative Lauren Boebert has filed for divorce from her husband after 18 years of marriage.
Saw it coming.
Me too. And I'll be honest with you, I think she's banging Matt Gaetz.
Also, I agree. It's like, who can look at the two of them and not think, I wonder if there's been some locker room shenanigans.
Right? And if we go back to the McCarthy ascension to the throne there in the House, she was the one that stuck with Matt Gaetz. We're like, no, we're not going to vote for him, keeping him from getting the gavel. And Marjorie Taylor Greene got weirdly mad about all that.
She jelly.
And he used to hang out with her all the time.
Yeah, he's done with that old hag. He's moved on to younger poon.
Yeah, he found the younger, cuter crazy.
Yeah. Look, I'd smash Lauren, especially in a three-way with AOC. But that's neither here nor there. I think that dude banged Laura Loomer. And that's why, because she's like, you put your dick in Laura Loomer, it ain't coming in me. And he's like, well, fine, it's over then.
Maybe. Now, this story talks about the fact that they've had troubles in the past. Like before they were married, he got arrested for abuse. and then she got arrested for abuse. So they've had some fiery squabbles.
Yeah, but he got some of that flat tire action, and then it was on. It was a love story.
Maybe I don't think he banged Loomer. I don't think Loomer has a vagina.
She could have done it with her mouth.
Ew.
Maybe. Maybe he was checking her oil, as we talked about earlier, but with a different dipstick.
Ew.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Something happened, though.
Yeah, she claims irreconcilable differences, but it was something he said that makes me think she cheated on him. Because she says, oh, there was no cheating or anything. But where's it at? They have a quote from him. I'm torn by this. A very sad thing. A horrible moment in my life. I love her too much to say anything bad about her. That was the part that got me.
She's cheating.
Yeah, the only time I've ever heard that is from guys whose wives cheated on them.
Yep. Or asked for an open relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think she's banging somebody. Look, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's just fun to talk about and salacious. And you know how I like my salacious news around here.
You do love your drama.
It makes
I do.
it nice and moist, yeah.
Oh, I bet she was. I just don't understand how anybody could fuck Matt Gaetz.
He looks like a used car salesman.
He looks like a bad bobblehead of Reagan.
Yeah, it's like Reagan and Kennedy had a baby together.
Yeah. Anyhow, so they're getting divorced, and they want privacy, so they announced it publicly.
Of course.
That's what you do when you want privacy.
They're just
you
getting ahead of it.
Yeah, you go on a world tour of we want our privacy, just like Meghan Markle did.
If it's Matt Gaetz, kind of undermines the claims that Gaetz is a pedo. Look, the whole thing with Gaetz being a pedo, that they try, even if all of that was true, he thought she was of age, so it never made sense to call him that anyway.
Yeah, she was like 17.
She was 17, and even she says, "Yeah, I told him I was of age." Although she didn't admit to banging Gaetz, so I don't know. Anyhow, that was all just nonsense. But yeah, so the Loomers, for those of you guys out there who want a shot, I mean,
Bobert.
She's not married.
Bobert's not the Loomers.
Oh yeah, Bobert. You see what you did to me? Loomer's not married. Nobody's gonna put a ring on that.
No, gross.
Well, unless it's a cut, never mind.
If you'd like to, should have put a ring on it. Yeah, I didn't. Shut up.
Obviously, I don't like it. Therefore, there's no ring.
That song used to piss me off. Oh, and it was so popular there. Every time the fucking radio would come on. All right, we got good news for Mr. Andrew Gillum. He was under some suspicion, and by suspicion, I mean indictment, for corruption. No. This is what I want. There we are. Federal judge overseeing the Andrew Gillum corruption case has granted federal prosecutors' request to dismiss charges against the former Tallahassee mayor and Democratic gubernatorial nominee and his political mentor. All right, so these two were stealing from their own campaign, and they were caught. What?
Stealing is a harsh word, Monkey.
We embezzling.
Prefer misappropriation of funds.
The charge was embezzlement. Does that work?
They didn't know they couldn't spend it.
That's such a negative connotation to it. Embezzlement. How about alternative spending theory?
I like that.
Yeah. Among other things. So basically political corruption. Several people have gone to jail for this scheme, but for some reason, him and his little mentor there, they didn't. Their first trial ended with one charge of guilty and a whole bunch not guilty. So they presented again, and apparently he's getting off on all of them now because the federal prosecutors are like, all right, never mind.
Well, he got a jury of his peers, which means a bunch of like drunk people that have been passed out with hookers.
I still don't believe. Okay. This is Andrew Gillum. We've talked about him before, guys. This is the guy who ran against DeSantis back in 2018, and almost won. He was almost the governor of the state. He lost by like 36,000 votes or something. And then like a year later, he was busted in a hotel. Well, not busted because they let him go. Caught in a hotel room with a ODing male prostitute and meth all over the room. But he claimed when the police showed up after the pimp got there and called the police and an ambulance, he claimed he'd been drinking champagne at a wedding. That's why he was asking or acting that way. All that meth there, he didn't touch none of it. I mean, he needed a place to pee. And so he saw this passed out drunk or this passed out ODing prostitute. And he said, "Hey, can I use your phone?" And the guy grumbled, and so he went in, and that's when the pimp showed up.
Yeah, it's fucked up when the most responsible person in the storyline is a pimp.
Right?
It was like, oh my God, there's an ODing person, and this guy is up to no good. I have to call the police and an ambulance. The most socially responsible Good Samaritan in this entire story. Only in Florida does this happen.
Wait. That's not Good Samaritan. That's taking care of your property.
Yeah, well, look, he could have just buried that hoe out in a gator field somewhere.
He could have.
But he didn't, because he's a fine, respectable, upstanding member of society in Florida. In Florida, this is what passes for good citizenship.
Pimp.
Even an investment.
This pimp.
You don't want to toss away what you spend good time, money, and energy cultivating.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, as long as he was still pulling Gillums, you want to make your money, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he still got paid. You get that money up front, bitch.
Oh, I bet he got more than what was supposed to be paid over that one.
Well, he called the cops on basically on his own horse. So,
he called an ambulance. He called an ambulance, and they sent the cops with him.
Well, of course, but he had to have known that. He's a pimp.
Sure, I mean,
how do you not know that that's coming? But that is social responsibility at its finest. I respect what this pimp did. I think he's the only good guy because the cops let this fucking idiot off.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. They're like, I don't know, what do we do with this guy?
Can we discuss that for a second? This is a man found clearly inebriated in some way in a hotel room filled with meth, and they let him leave.
Yeah, where an OD took place. Like, that doesn't sound like attempted murder at all.
Anyhow, but he's out of the woods now, guys. Good for Andrew. I hope he gets back to taking meth off the street so kids don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, good for him, I guess. It wasn't on a playground.
Did he die with his pimp hand? I'm assuming so. That's his strong hand. That's what you want to die with. Passed out and completely nude. Well, Cullen, we don't want to bring up the naked part of the male prostitute passed out on the bed.
That's just objectifying.
Yeah. Also, it's a little known fact that at most hotels, they have large buttons so you can pimp slap the buttons.
That's right.
It's just an emergency feature that the hotels give courtesy to the pimps for.
If your pimp hand is strong enough, it's just one swipe. 911. Bang.
Yeah. It's just like when you swipe on your keypad on your phone, and you can make a word with moving your finger out. It's the same thing, same general concept.
Bran over there on Rumble says, "Dex,
meow."
There you go. All right. So, Andrew,
I was taken by surprise, to be honest.
Cannot believe they are dropping fucking charges on that piece of shit.
Of course they are. We both knew that was going to happen. Come on.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, we haven't really talked about this. Let's talk about some Durham report, shall we?
Indeed.
Ooh.
So the Durham report comes out and basically says that the FBI had no reason to start their investigation.
None. Nothing.
Zero. And the mainstream media and Democrats are like, yeah, there's nothing to see here.
Yep. They've been all over the media saying, no, that this is a nothing burger. They wasted millions of dollars on this report that doesn't exonerate Trump, but it does.
Well, not only does it exonerate Trump, it casts a very suspicious eye to the Clinton campaign and the FBI.
And the Obama administration.
Yeah, not just the FBI. The Director of National Security, Homeland Security, whoever, I forget who his final Attorney General was, and Obama himself.
Yeah, Loretta Lynch. She met
Lynch,
Bill
thank
Clinton
you.
on the tarmac, remember?
They were all in the room as this was happening. Brennan himself, the CIA involved in this shit.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, if I remember correctly, are not supposed to be involved with U.S. citizens.
Shh. You don't want them coming after you.
Yeah, no shit. I want to live.
Yeah.
Not sad.
I don't want to end up like Michael Hastings, who died in a vehicle crash after he wrote about how and was investigating how the CIA could remotely hack into SUVs and make them accelerate.
Yeah, you don't want to end up like a Ron Brown and on a flight over flat land, hit a mountain.
Yeah, that's the worst kind, the hit and run mountains. Oh man, they just pop up anywhere.
You never know when a kid's going to open a storybook and there's a mountain in there tall enough to knock a plane out of the air.
It happens apparently
all the time. Hashtag not sad.
I'm right.
This report, and I knew this was going to happen. You had to know that the Democrats are going to be like, "What? I don't get it." And of course, the media is going to go along with it. So of course, it's not a scandal, guys, because that's the definition of a scandal. These assholes actually giving a shit. But you can't look at this and be like, "Yeah, they did everything right." I'm going to repeat, the FBI had zero reason to start an investigation, which means they lied in all of their FISA requests.
Yep.
Every one
single
of them.
one. Yep.
Not just the one that they got busted doing it in, all of it. You have clear proof of what we've talked about with the Clinton administration, the Clinton campaign, because thank God they were never in administration, colluding with the Russians. They're the ones who were working with the Russians. The whole peace story, they knew it was fake from the fucking beginning.
That narrative to sell, though.
They did. They had to get some salacious stuff out there. And this is what I said earlier, they don't care if they lie. They don't care. Jake Tapper had the balls today to come out and laugh at Elon Musk because he's used a news source before that had bad stories in it. I'm like, you work for CNN, prick.
Yeah. Laughs in Covington.
You literally had to pay a guy for the bullshit you guys pulled.
What is Dick Sandman these days?
Probably living large, man. On that CNN dime. Did he ever get money from the Washington Post?
Probably.
Oh, probably. Yeah, it's probably all secret shit, though.
I don't know if they ever settled or if it was ever announced if they did, but I'm sure he got paid by them.
I would hope so.
But for any CNN personality to come out and point fingers at Fox, or I forget what one it was, he said, well, they pushed a story about how Hillary Clinton had died and was replaced with a body double. All right. So they have some salacious stories.
You mean guys, like Don Lemon talking about a black hole that an airplane went through?
You guys lie about stuff that you pretend is actually real. Should we talk about Smollett? Even after it came out that he was full of shit and you had people on there saying, no, I believe Jussie.
Even if it's not true, it's happening somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hate these people, man.
Did Brian Stelter work there? I mean, come on.
Right. He's trying to make his way back into the media, and it's really starting to annoy me.
Not liking his professor job?
Apparently not. It doesn't come with the, TV gig. I think his wife is probably looking at somebody else now.
I still can't believe that dude's married.
He's on TV and wealthy.
That's a low bar, dude.
I'm not a woman. I can't explain it. I'm not out here trying to, take care of my babies. You got babies to take care of. You want somebody who's, rich and famous.
I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of that, have you guys seen the red pill argument that's going on now?
Which one this time?
Andrew Tate and Sneeko have come out and they've decided that men need to stop trying to bang hoes.
Well, I mean, that's good advice. I don't want to bang a hoe.
It's really good advice.
I'm on the fence on this one.
Jack, you're exempt.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse me. Their point being that if you're a real man, what you do is you want to go out there, have a family, and raise a family. And not just bed every whore that you run across. No offense.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but look, hoes need love too, and they really will do a lot for that $100.
Well, Fresh and Fit had Sneeko on, and I don't remember which is which. The guy who sits on the left, he's like, before you ever get married, you need to bang like 20 hoes so you know it's not a hoe. Like, what? You have to bang a bunch of hoes so that you can tell the difference between a good girl and a hoe.
They're called practice girls.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Right? It's look, if you want to say so that you know you get it out of your system, you sow your wild oats, whatever, that's stupid, but at least it makes sense. You can't tell a good girl from a hoe unless you banged a bunch of hoes.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Look, if you're only with one chick, like most of your life, you're not gonna know the difference. You're only banging her, so that's if you're running around dropping seed everywhere, you're gonna have trouble pair bonding, of course. But at the same time, whores are really fun.
Stick your dick in a beehive to know what a bee sting feels like. No. Stick your dick in a beehive 20 times to know not to stick your dick in a beehive.
Yeah, that's stupid. Just look, I get their point. I mean, yeah, if you want a traditional monogamous lifestyle, then don't bang a bunch of whores and make sure she's got a low body count, which is pretty hard these days.
My problem with it isn't even the go out and, sow your wild oats part, whatever. It's the follow-up to that is, rich men, they basically deserve to have whores on the side. Who cares? They are allowed to cheat. That ugly chick that Brittany Venti did the video on.
Pearly,
yeah. God, that bitch. Sweetie, wash your hair, please.
You're talking about the one who looks like Donna from that 80s show or that 70s show, I mean?
Yeah. Like fat Donna.
Donna.
She's like, look, men, they it's okay if they cheat. We shouldn't cheat, but no. All right, if you're a man and you make a commitment to be a man, you need to uphold that commitment. Period. End of story. Anybody telling you different is just trying to sell you their fake ass life.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of seeing these guys because I saw one today. It's like, men with glasses are dorks.
I saw that too. I'm like, you fucking retard.
Oh yeah. God, what a fucking moron. Do I have
that the dude that looks like an Armenian meth dealer? Yeah.
The dude looks like my shaved testicles, okay? And he's got the nerve to be calling other people dorks.
Seriously, he looks like an Eastern European drug dealer.
Here he is.
He's one of those like get rich quick guys. He'll help you with your game and your finances. And all the testimonials he have are a bunch of like other Eastern European guys that are probably just friends of his. They're like, oh yes, I'm very rich now. Shut up.
He says men that wear glasses are dorks. I'd rather not see than wear them. Glasses equal nerd that reads too many books and was bullied as a kid. Simple reality. This makes me want to wear my glasses all the time just to give this prick the finger.
Yeah, reading. What's that ever led to other than tech jobs? And
your head looks like a testicle. And you do that on purpose.
Real quick. Thank you, Keldrick. Don't bang hoes, Jack. Gardening tools don't make for good sex dolls. Look, you have to penetrate the soil with the hoe. So you have to put some force in your swing or you're never going to get rocks out of your garden. Okay? So you have to bang hoes.
I'm trying to get down to some of his pictures where he poses with women. Did he take those down because people were making fun of him?
Probably. He's probably got a real fragile ego. So if you're like you look like you do drugs.
This dude tweets way too much. But anyway, he's got pictures of himself in here with like 5 different girls or 4 different chicks, and they're all hanging on him. Let me tell you guys something. You men out there like, oh, I want that lifestyle. Those women are paid for.
Yeah.
They're not hookers. They're models. And they get paid a couple $100 to come hang out with these fucking weird guys and hang on them and have pictures taken so these idiots can put it up on Twitter and tell you guys, I can help you get women. And they never tell you, by the way, you'll have to pay for them.
Yeah.
Don't take advice from these fucking retards. I'll teach you how to be a man. I'm not one yet, but I'll it's like these kids we talked about at the beginning telling us about politics when they have no fucking idea what's going on in the world.
Yeah, but these guys charge like hundreds of dollars to do it. Like, I will teach you how to make whores love you. Give me $100 a month.
That Just Pearly chick has actually said, hey, don't take advice from people who aren't successful in their relationships. And she's not one who gives advice on relationships. Her longest relationship was with a dude who catfished her.
Yeah.
A millionaire who was, quote, basically homeless. You know, there's a real problem with those millionaires running around homeless these days.
It's a growing trend. Usually with mentally ill people that think they're millionaires.
Yeah. Please don't listen to these guys. All they're going to do is take your money for bullshit books that they write and bullshit programs on how to be a man. They don't know.
And by the time you're a few $1,000s in, you realize they're talking about peeing on their whore girlfriend that they pimped out so they could be Apex.
Indeed. Apex Predator. Oh, God. And definitely don't take advice from people who look like scrotum. It's not good.
Yeah, it really isn't.
What else do I have to? Oh, God. No, I don't want to talk about that one. I do want to talk about this one. Now, once again, I have to warn you guys, this video that we're going to watch, it's not going to be the videos, being all jumpy because of my crappy internet. It's the fact that we're watching John Fetterman.
Oh, God.
Staggering responsibility that the head of a bank could literally crash our economy.
I'm sorry about the sound, guys. It's as loud as I can get it.
It's astonishing. That's like if you have, and they also realize is that now they have a guaranteed way to be saved by no matter.
I had trouble watching this whole thing.
So it's isn't it appropriate that they
reminds me of that one? I have a dream. Keep you in it.
It's so bad, man. This guy's a senator. He helps get to make our laws.
Well, his staff does.
He can't even make a fucking sentence.
Can he make a sandwich, though? That's important.
Probably not.
Oh.
He's probably got the mayo on the outside and the pickle in the center full. He didn't even cut it up.
Monster.
You took my stapler. Yeah, he's got that. I hadn't even put that together. Yeah. It's 2 minutes, or sorry, what is that? 1 minute and 39 seconds of that. Just that.
Yeah.
And when he asks his question, I don't think we got to when he actually asked the question. Let's let him ask a question. It's great because everything just stops.
Control should be more stricter to prevent this kind of thing from going? Or should we just go on and start bailing and sailing whoever bank, regardless of how their conduct is?
God, it's like Herman Munster had a TBI.
The poor bastard who's having to answer questions here. I wish they would have shown his face.
It's probably better they didn't.
I bet it made his eyes go cross and made him start drooling. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. At least he's wearing a tie. Somebody else put that on him.
Yeah, it's probably got an elastic band.
Oh my God, that is a United States senator, ladies and gentlemen. He thinks he's so intellectual. Oh my God, the poor guy. I don't mean to make fun of him because of this, because it's not his fault he's this way. He had a massive stroke.
Yeah. This is his wife's fault and the Democrats' fault.
Yes. They were so worried about that fucking Senate seat that they left this guy in there. And now when they probably he'd be replaced with somebody else, they're not replacing him.
Yep.
He'd be replaced with another Democrat.
When he went to the hospital for depression, quote, he should have been replaced then. It would have been the perfect opportunity to be like, look, he's going to bow out because he's sick and needs a lot more therapy than we thought. No, they didn't do it. They're like, yeah, fuck it, we'll keep him in.
And yeah, so I don't even know, man. On the plus side, Vice News is probably folding.
Thank God.
Nothing of value is lost.
Was it Vice or was it Vox that you asked about the last time we had one of these?
I don't remember.
I know it was one of the V's. I don't know if you were prophetic or almost prophetic.
Well, I'm pretty fucking smart, so just ask me. Don't ask anybody that knows me, but just ask me. I'll tell you, I'm a fucking genius.
Vice Media files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy ahead of planned sale because nobody wants to buy this shit. Isn't this the Tim Pool one?
Yeah, Tim Pool used to work there. He's a skater, you know.
Vice Media filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection Monday to facilitate a sale of the company and safeguard its future, according to court documents and a statement from the struggling media group. The company, which publishes news, technology, and lifestyle...
Sure, let's go with that story.
Lifestyle websites such as Vice, Motherboard, and Refinery 29, which I'm not even sure, made the filing in the Southern District of New York. The filing stated that the company has assets and liabilities worth between $500 million and $1 billion. Now, that $1 billion number, that comes in from their valuation bullshit. They probably actually have, like, if you sold everything off, like, $40. Hey, we got these outdated computers. Who wants to buy them?
This is the point where the employees start stealing toilet paper.
Yeah, if you're smart, you do, because whoever's buying this, there've been deals in the works for this to get bought. They keep falling through because their numbers just keep tanking.
Yeah,
and so this is their last ditch effort to keep themselves like, yeah, somebody buy us, please. We won't fuck it up for you this time with our horrible record. If you buy Vice Media, you're a retard. I just want to throw that out there.
Or you got a really good deal on it.
Oh, look, if you can pick up like Newsweek for $1, that's not a bad deal.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some office chairs that are worth a couple bucks in there.
Wasn't Soros buying them? Right now, that's what's on the table. We'll see what happens after this filing, because he's their savior at this moment. He backed up. No, there've been, I want to say, 3 different deals set up for Vice to be bought, and they keep falling through. Soros is their and the only reason Soros can do it is he's got the money.
Yeah,
he can lose money. It's kind of like Google buying YouTube at a time when YouTube was losing money constantly. You have to have somebody who can afford that loss. So,
yeah, or you get somebody like Goldman Sachs that's going to buy it just to liquidate the assets.
Yeah.
Lick.
My guess would be what they're going to do is they're going to streamline it and turn it into one of those sites where you click on it and there's like 9 billion ads all over it.
Yeah, it'll be pop-up central.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know if the deal will actually go through. I'm not sure that they can actually get the bankruptcy protection.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a rough one for them.
Yeah, just because you file for bankruptcy doesn't mean it's granted. So, we'll see what happens with them. And in the meantime, they might, actually go out of business, which would be such a shame.
Oh, just so depressing.
It would be such a shame.
Well, if you were talking like 8 years ago, maybe, but now, no.
Fuck them, man.
Yeah, let them burn.
Let them burn. Let all that liberal bullshit just burn to the ground where it belongs. Wasn't BuzzFeed the last one? Oh, it was so nice.
Yeah, fuck BuzzFeed too.
BuzzFeed News.
Fuck BuzzFeed.
Which gave us the lovely video of the chick with the knife holding in her hand. I think it was Chelsea Handler, or looks like her, being like, if your parents are going to vote for Trump, maybe you should give them alternatives and don't let them see their kids, while she's waving around a fucking knife. Like you should go threaten your parents. Crazy bitch. That's elder abuse. No, it's just funny. Ha.
Well, her gumballs are influencing her.
Oh man, that bitch's gumballs are beyond blue.
Hmm.
They've gone like
They're powdered.
they're cobalt. Oh my goodness. Oh, for fuck's sake, Jack.
What?
Why you do this to me?
Funny.
Trans-identified male with criminal record sues yoga studio for $5 million after being escorted out of a women's locker room. All right.
Those bigots.
I get what you guys are doing with the whole trans-identified thing, but you're just confusing shit because it's already confusing enough to be trans woman is man. And now I got to remember trans-identified male is man. Just use the trans woman thing. Or just say man dressed as a woman. Either way, just to keep it clear, please.
Oh, look, you bigot. You're going on a watch list. Your social credit score is just nosediving.
A man who identifies as transgender and has a disturbing criminal record is suing New York yoga studio for $5 million in compensation after he alleges employees asked him to use the men's room instead of the women's. Dylan Miles, who uses the name Allie Miles, filed the discrimination suit against Chelsea Traditional Hot Yoga. That sounds like a porn title.
Doesn't it?
Hot yoga. What the fuck is hot yoga?
It's yoga.
It's not hot women doing it naked?
No.
Oh, then I don't care.
It's a bunch of middle-aged wine moms trying to pretend they're still attractive. And they look a lot like this dude.
Using a mixture of masculine and feminine pronouns to refer to himself, Miles alleges that the personnel at Chelsea Yoga deprived him of his civil rights because he is gay. Nobody cares that you're gay. Undergoing a gender transition. You might want to shave better. And because Miles does not conform to gender-based preferences, expectations, or stereotypes about how man/women should dress and conduct herself.
So, dresses like a weirdo, acts like a weirdo, it says weirdo stuff, and is not convincing at all on this gender change thing, and wants $5 million for that.
Oh, there's Comrade Kitty. In case you missed it earlier, thank you so much for that game. I really do appreciate it. I still haven't tried it, but I will. Thank you so much. The incident is said to have occurred on May 4th when, at approximately 4 in the afternoon, Miles appeared at the studio to participate in yoga classes scheduled for the following hour. According to the suit, Miles proceeded to tell the manager and owner of the studio about his gender status. If I own a place, don't care what kind it is, and a customer comes in and starts talking to me about their gender status, I'm kicking him out.
Yeah, be like, all right, creepy weirdo, out you go.
I'm trespassing him. Get the fuck out of my store. For what reason? I don't trust you around kids. And stated that he most closely aligned with female gender identity. That's not a thing. And he would like to use the women's restroom and locker room on the premises. Management informed Miles that he would not be permitted to use the women's facilities. However, after attending the yoga class, Miles proceeded to enter the first restroom and then the women's locker room. Enter first the restroom and then the women's locker room. At this point, the suit states, female patrons complained and yelled at Miles about Miles' presence and used the use of single-sex locker rooms and bathrooms labeled women, and they demanded Miles leave and cease using the facility. He then alleges that while feeling shame, humiliation, and frustration, he was escorted to the facilities designated for men and was therefore forced to use the locker. He could have left.
No,
Locker room Go ahead.
I guarantee this was a setup. This is another just
Yaniv
thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Miles, but this is Yaniv up there going, "Hey, shave my balls."
Yeah, I want a pap smear. You're a bigot.
This is the pizza place that wouldn't cater the gay wedding, and the guy who wouldn't make a specific cake for a gay wedding, even though you could buy any of the cakes that were already on display. This is shopping around for outrage.
Yep. Shopping for a lawsuit.
Miles believes he's entitled to financial compensation in the amount to be determined at trial, not expected to be less than $5 million, based on their willful, extreme, wrongful, and outrageous conduct. Go fuck yourself, homie.
I hope he gets countersued for being a pest.
Oh, me too.
I hope they find a terabyte of you know what on you know where.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm
probably has it.
The only question is whether they find it. We know it's there.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus Christ. Look, actual trans people don't do this shit. This is somebody looking for attention. How do we know that? Because they immediately went up to the manager when they first got there and went, I get to use the women's room.
You know how special I am?
Actually, they probably went, I get to use the women's room.
Yeah, because a real trans person would have just gone. They wouldn't have made this big of a production about it.
Yep.
And nobody would have said anything because they're not walking around with raging boners.
I mean, he might have been.
This dude totally was, yeah.
Remember, it says in there that the customers complained. We saw the same thing at Wii, remember?
Yep.
That happened. It wasn't because of management. The customers complained. Management was letting that shit happen.
Yeah, because they had to by California law.
People are tired of this shit.
Yeah, they don't want a bunch of weirdos rolling around with their dongs hanging out going, I'm a woman. This is a feminine penis. Makes it okay. I'm going to watch you shower now. Hi, little girls. No, it's creepy and you're weird. Stop it.
Good time to remind you guys. I don't know it's a good time, but it's a time to remind you guys to hit the like button, the thumbs up on Rumble. Give us a share to your friends, your family, that bitch you hate. Get them here watching so they can enjoy the fun as we talk about weirdos all the fucking time. I promise the day that your friend, family, or that bitch you hate comes, I will try not to say the F word as much.
I can't make the same promise. Yeah.
I didn't
weird.
promise I wouldn't do it. I promised I'd try.
I'm not even going to
We're
try.
not even going that far, dude. Sorry, you're on your own.
I'm trying to make us more family friendly.
Nope.
Fuck that.
Fuck. All right. Also, if you could consider donating to the show if you're so inclined, to Jack, myself. Do you have your link out there, Dax?
I didn't put it anywhere. No.
Somebody got Daxy's link that we can put it in the.
I don't even have my link. Oh, God, where's Star?
Nuts, where you at, sweetie? She was here.
She's probably sleeping.
Nuts, wake up. Wake up, Nuts. Nuts, get up. Nuts, where are you?
I gotta wake my nuts up.
Wake up my nuts. I'm gonna tickle them from the bottom. Because you gotta do it from the bottom. It's just weird if you tickle your nuts on top.
It makes it itchy.
Yeah. And itchy nuts is like the worst.
It really is.
Because you can't get rid of it. It just keeps itching. And then you end up like scratching through your testicles. There's a whole doctor involved. It sucks. The women don't know. We can lie to them.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would be so inclined to donate to us and you enjoy what you see, please do so.
Even if you don't enjoy what you see, just do it anyway.
If you're here, give me money.
Yeah. That's how proper shilling is done. You have $5.
You have $5. That bitch. Oh my God. And she tried to play that. No, I was just joking that. Fuck you.
Oh, you weren't, lady.
Thank you, Della. He found it.
Thank you, Della. And there's, Daxies. Can we get those all together in a tweet, guys? Not a tweet.
Just make the audience do all our work.
No, they like to help. They're good people. See? You make it sound like I'm treating them like my monkeys in The Survivalist. How dare you?
Saying you're not.
Our audience is awesome and they help us all the time, and I try not to take advantage of it, but every so often, I got to ask for favors. I can't afford groceries. Why 1/3 of U.S. college students don't have enough to eat? Does it look like that motherfucker?
Fat bastard on the front.
The fuck are you? God, only in America. Only in America.
Right? That was my first thought. Was like I saw the headline and I scrolled down. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm so hungry. Maybe eat less, Jabba.
This is not. Thank you, Bubba. Let's throw that up on the tweet. Okay, so
in their defense, though, real quick, it's like Little Caesars doesn't cost $5 anymore.
But that's true. But they're saying they can't eat it all. And look at this motherfucker eats.
That motherfucker looks like he'd eat another person if he was hungry. He's a tubby bastard. I'm a fat dude, and I know fat dudes. That dude could eat less. Okay, it's just
How
the
do
way
you-
it is.
What fucking editor let this happen?
I don't know. They should have just not put a photo in because, oh, I'm so hungry. No, you're a fat bastard. Shut up. You're not an Ethiopian with a distended belly. You're just fat. Okay.
You could have
Eat less,
hired one of
chunky.
those. Hire one of those models that those guys who will teach you how to be a guy puts up there. You have a skinny bitch. You're like, look, the bitch can't eat.
I like the eagle put in all caps. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Seriously, that was what my first thought was too. I was just like, are you gotta be shitting me? What is this crap?
For Anthony Meng, a senior Hamline University in St. Paul. A senior at Hamline. Food insecurity can take many different forms. On some days, it means skipping meals as he's rushing to work or to class. You can eat in your car.
You could stop going to the buffet hourly and having third breakfast.
On others, it's like, I don't think I can afford groceries, he said, which is difficult to say at times because it's the reality of the situation. Meng, 22, rolls out of bed every morning at 9 or 10. Oh my God, the horror.
Oh, he's got to get up so early.
At 10? That's, and 9, that's just, oh my God. That's like medieval times. His schedule is typically packed with back-to-back lectures and extracurriculars. More often than not, Meng finds himself heading out for the day with just a granola bar in hand, if anything at all.
A show of hands. Does anybody believe that? I can't see your hands, so nobody fucking believes that.
Wait a second. You only eat granola bars on a lot of days in the morning.
You eat whole granola trees?
How big is that fucking granola bar, dude?
Right?
Fortunately, there's a place on campus where you can seek refuge, the Food Resource Center, a beloved hangout where students and staff can stock up on the free, fresh produce and groceries funded by donations, grants, and student fees.
I looked it up. That is not the dumpster behind the cafeteria.
It's an area of campus where I can not only find solace, Meng said. The fact that I can go get a hot meal, it means the whole world. You could, okay, they started out by trying to make it seem like he just doesn't have time. His day is just so full. And then they talk about him going to this hangout spot.
Yeah, that it has free food. It's not food insecurity if you have a literal buffet at your fingertips.
Well,
where you can just go eat for free. Like, fuck off, dude. I don't have money for food. No, you have this free place you could go eat, you shithead.
But it doesn't have what I like.
Hey, look, I'm kind of on his side here because they got that light mayo. They don't even have like light Miracle Whip. It's light mayo. That's harsh.
No,
Okay,
what do you want for fucking free? This dude's a freeloader. You might as well just crawl over the southern border.
You couldn't get me the generic Walmart mayonnaise? You got to get me. It's cheaper than this shit.
Well, it's all donated. So somebody bought it and was like, I don't want this. Throw it to the food pantry.
Speaking of donations, thank you, Keldrig. Is the granola bar the size of your arm? God, that sounds pretty tasty, actually.
Yeah, and did you see his fucking arm? Oh, God, why is it scrolling so slow on this page?
I kind of want a granola. I want a cinnamon granola bar.
I don't like granola bars.
I know you don't, but I don't like ramen, and you do.
They taste sweet. Oh, ramen. I want ramen. It's my one weakness right now is, oh God, I want some fucking ramen.
Speaking of not being able to get groceries, that's what I had to eat for a solid month when I first moved into my first apartment.
Yeah.
I was so goddamn broke.
But you understand how much I like and how much of it is a part of my diet, and not because I'm broke. I grew up eating that. I love ramen, and now I can't have it.
You both should have gone to this food pantry place where this fat kid goes to eat all the other meals from the poor people.
I would rather have a heart attack than eat that shit. That is nasty. That's bad mayo. That you should no. That's mean. They
you don't have to eat it with mayo, whatever they're serving. The point is, this kid's bitching about being broke and food insecure, and there's a place with free food right there.
But apparently they only get it on Wednesdays and Fridays, Jack.
Oh, they only
God.
give away free produce on Wednesdays and Fridays so you could possibly stock up. Fuck off, kid. Cry
Oh,
me a
wait.
fucking river. Your life is so hard in your first world problems.
No. Here's for the past 2 years, Meng has received no financial assistance from his family to cover tuition or rent.
Oh,
So he
get a
works
job.
he works at H&M on weekends to pay for school and basic needs. All right.
Oh, fuck you.
Time for a part-time job.
I worked full time when I was in college. I held down 12 credit hours and worked full time. Go fuck yourself, you stupid lazy shit. Get a second job. I did 2 jobs for a while. Fuck off, grow up, and do your fucking responsibility as an adult to take care of yourself. Oh, I don't get any love. Shut up, you baby.
Captain Tripper says fucker looks like he mainlines butter.
Right?
Well, that's the thing too. It's like, why doesn't he get a job at a place that serves food? You almost always get a free meal. You're fed at least once a day, and I guarantee you get to take homes because most general managers and whatnot, they don't really care that much.
Yeah, they throw away food all the time at restaurants. Go work at fucking McDonald's.
I did,
Shit,
and it paid. I saved tons of money on food. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that was the best part.
Eagle nailed it, probably because he's a fat, lazy bastard.
We'll get to that in a second. Go ahead, bud.
Thank you, Frosted Glass. When this guy visits the Food Resource Center, a cage with a goat rises from the floor, Jurassic Park style, right? His blood type is tapioca.
Dixie Rose, thank you so much coming through that feminist $12. My dad had a tie that clipped onto a button shirt. That's what Fetterman reminds me of. Yeah, he's not. If that's tied, somebody else did it for him.
Yeah.
Now, this part here, pay attention. The ability to get food on campus at no cost with no questions asked means that it's just a little bit easier to focus on simply being a student.
We have to coddle them. Their life is so challenging.
I guarantee you I could find time in this fucker's day to go to work more than just on the weekends.
Well, he said he's got extracurriculars. Cut those out and get a job.
He wakes up between 9 and 10.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, dude, but you can wake up at 6.
Yeah, and work the day shift somewhere. You get a work-study job and work like 4-hour shifts. I did that for years in college. Stop whining. Buck up, little buttercup. Put on your big boy pants and get a job. Fat
wonder
bastard.
What he's majoring in.
Being a lard ass.
He's Asian and his family's not paying for it. It's probably something stupid.
Yeah.
I don't mean to pull the stereotype.
If it was like something, if he was going for doctor.
Bubba nails it. You're an adult. Man up, pussy.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, these young people are fucking coddled.
Super coddled.
It's shocking because I'm a lazy fucking person. But dear God, you have to pay your bills. I sold plasma. You know what? That pays pretty well.
And he can sit there and let it happen.
Wait.
You can play Switch.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know, Monkey.
Meng's go-to include fresh fruit, eggs, and ingredients for Khmer cuisine. I don't know, like fish sauce and coconut oil. He will also grab a prepared meal to eat later after the long dance rehearsals that make up the rest of his afternoon.
He's no, he's a theater player. Hate theater kids. No offense to those who enjoyed it, but you all know what you were.
This is fucking okay. One, don't tell me that this fat bastard's starving. Okay.
All right.
He's not. Fuck off. Only in America. This fat guy can't eat.
Well, he's food insecure because he's lazy and stupid.
Was this guy listening to my show when I was making fun of Ethiopians for being fat?
They have distended bellies.
They actually do, and I think he listened to the show one time. He's like, "That's what happened to me. I'm fat because I'm starving."
Yeah, I'd believe it. The irony of this article it's so delicious because only in the first world can you cry about not having enough food while you get free food and prepackaged food to go and still bitch about it. He takes specialty food. He's not like just taking whatever they're offering like a normal person would. Like, well, look, they're giving me, I don't really like this stuff, but hey, I'm starving. No, he's like, I need special sauce and some eggs.
You know what I didn't see in that pantry for really poor college students?
Ramen. Yeah, I noticed that.
That's a stereotype.
Well, hey, look, poor people, that's a staple, man. Ramen, mac and cheese,
hamburger helper,
sometimes
like a can of tuna.
Yeah, that fuck right off.
Yeah. This is first world problems. This guy does not have a struggle in life. He's getting free food that will suit him for plenty of the time that he's not at this little pantry thing.
And I'm sorry, with the addition, that last line we read, you're a fat dancer.
I believe they're called fancers.
How you a fat dancer?
The fanciest fancer.
How you be a fat dancer who misses meals?
Look, I don't know about you guys, but when I was in college, and if I was completely fucking broke, couldn't sell any blood or plasma that day for whatever reason, and I was desperate for a meal, my friends would buy me something to eat or feed me at their house. Because even though I didn't have a lot of friends, they understood the struggle. And again, I worked for a fucking living. Grow up, man up, stop being such a bitch. Stop going out to your little dance recitals and whatever other pseudo gay shit you do, and be a fucking adult. God, I hate this generation so much. They're so fucking lazy.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of that earlier, man. We used to bitch about millennials, but Gen Z came along and was like, hold my soy latte.
Oh, they took the ultimate cake and then complained about the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entitlement is staggering. Oh, I don't want to pay for it. Oh, I should get this for free. It's a human right. There's nothing's guaranteed in life. You fucking babies. I almost said the S word that we're not allowed to say.
There's an S word we can't say?
I'll put it in the side.
Yeah, I was going to say, put it in the side chat, please.
Ebony says, my cousin once had nothing to eat but green beans. You can actually say that.
You can't say that word?
You can say it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. Are you sure? Because I like using that word.
Look, worst case, we'll get a demonetized. We're fine.
Okay, well, he's a sissy little cunt.
He's a sissy bitch. Yeah.
He is a puss. Somebody mentioned Ask Lizzo. Look, Lizzo does dance, and she does, kind of. She moves her fat around, but do you have any idea the calories she has to take in to maintain that weight and move like that?
Yeah. It's probably 5,000 or 6,000 calories a day. And let's be honest, when she does that, people are worried about like the gravitational well that she's creating that might suck in small planets. Like Pluto might fall out of its orbit every time she does that weird gyration thing. The truffle shuffle is not a real dance. You're exactly right, Jordan.
What's that fat bitch who claimed PCOS and got her own TV show?
Tess Holliday?
No, Whitney
Waythor.
Whitney Waythor. She dances too, and if you watch her, it's how she got famous actually, as a YouTube video showing that fat people can dance. And if you pay attention, there's jump cuts like every 10 seconds.
Yeah, because she's tired halfway through.
Yeah, fat bitch can't dance. Shut up.
Probably at a cardiac event somewhere too.
I mean, I could put a video together that showed me floating. It doesn't mean I can actually fly.
Right. I remember watching some of the Amberlynn Reed videos on Sinatra's channel for a while early on. And her idea of dancing was just a sort of like arm movement thing where her arm flab would flub around. And that's what I always think of when I hear I'm a dancer and they're like 50 pounds overweight.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen some bigger dudes like actually do some good dance, like to see them do like party rocking or something. But they also are active. They move more. And yeah, they are taking in the same that they're losing, but they don't look as worn out and raw as a lot of these people do.
Yeah. Well, here's the other my problem with this one specifically is he's claiming that he's barely getting food, you guys. Nobody who actually dances, because dancing takes a shit ton of calories. It burns calories. You do not maintain a fat body while dancing and not having food.
Yeah.
It's literally the biology of humans. Less calories, more activity, less weight. It's just how it works.
Oh,
And-
he's just hungry, and he's not allowed to stuff his face because that's probably why his family disowned him.
He's lazy.
He ate
And-
the entire larder's worth of food. Like, he's on the go now.
Yeah,
You ate 1 year of rice in 2 minutes.
This motherfucker. Oh, they got to it in that one part, and we've seen it a few times in college stories where they should just be able to be a student. No, go out there and work, you little bitch. You're an adult now.
You don't appreciate things given to you. You have to work for everything in life. Suck it up. Life's hard. As soon as you accept that, things become a lot more tolerable. But when you sit around thinking the world owes you something, you're going to be fucking miserable because the world doesn't owe you anything. And that reality is constantly intruding on your world. These people will have a harsh awakening if there ever is a major war or the power grid goes down for any reason. They are going to freak the fuck out because they don't know how to survive.
Yeah, we've trained them to be pussies. We've trained them to be children well into adulthood.
Yeah, they're children into their 30s now.
No, the 18, yes, everybody's a little bit different, but it's a decent starting point to get off your ass and time to do things for yourself. And no, it's like, no, he's fat because he can't eat. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's reality. That's a thing that happens. Fucking retards. It enraged me. Look, I am so sick of the fucking freeloaders. Whether it's the illegal immigrants or these little crybabies that think their life is so fucking hard. Oh, the struggle's real, man. You don't understand. Shut up, hippie. Get a job. Stop being such a baby. And maybe your life will improve. Maybe you can get better at something instead of just, oh, I don't want to do anything, man. Shut up.
And
I hate you.
If your life is just that full, cut some of it back so you can get a fucking job. I don't believe that his schedule is that full. I'm sorry. I have dance rehearsal. Cut it.
That dude's got a nap after dance rehearsal. What's he talking about?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He's got plenty of time to get a job by cutting some of his stupid extracurriculars.
I was working 40 hours a week plus 16 for $3.10 an hour. Look, man, when I was he 22? They said at 22, I had 3 kids and I was working in a machine shop. I'm sorry, your life doesn't suck. Eat me. Oh my God, I gotta go over there. Oh, I had to get up at 6, Jack.
Yeah, and you didn't get like free lunch at some fucking handout place for crybaby whiners.
I did finally get moved to what was our second shift, so I had to be there at 4:30, but I had to stay till 2:30 in the morning. So, and it was gross. Monkey, I sent a Streamlabs 10 minutes ago. I read yours, Dixie. I don't know what's with you seem really behind us.
Yeah.
I know somebody already did it. Well, somebody else put into chat that Dixie's like way behind us. She appears to be like 15 to 20 minutes behind. Anyway, Jack, we're going to skip the other 2 stories because I do have other things to do tonight. Okay. Me and Bubba got some ghost hunting to do.
Oh.
So let's go to video time, shall we?
Indeed.
Oh, God, this bitch. Damn it. Damn it, Jack.
Well, if you've already seen it, we can watch something else.
No, because this one's this is going to take 20 minutes. All right. Florida teacher in Hernando schools says parents don't have rights in their parents' education. Rights as a parent, those rights are gone when your child is in the public school system.
Yeah,
now,
to be fair, I did have a good article in there that wasn't all sad and depressing. I just like to wrap up with pissing you off.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's just this is about a woman who got in trouble for what's the name of that? Strange World?
Yes.
She showed the Disney movie Strange World in her 4th grade classroom. And go ahead.
5th grade.
5th grade. I'm sorry. In her 5th grade classroom. And there was a parent out there like, why are you doing this indoctrination bullshit into our kids? And she's like, oh, I didn't. And then she explains that she really did. Monk, can I get a birthday song? JMK, it's your birthday. This one's for you. And a 1 and a 2.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday
to JFK.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great one. I really, really do. And I'm sorry that I'm following that up with this shit. All right. Oh, God, this fucking bitch. She claims, I'm sorry, I know I'm getting ahead of it, but she's like, I didn't do this for representation, but we really need the representation. Some of the kids in the class are gay. She basically says that. 5th grade, gay kids.
They barely figured out that their parts work yet.
We had gay kids in 5th grade, but they weren't sexually interested in boys. They were just annoying, so we called them gay.
Back when gay had a good meaning.
Yeah. When it just meant spurg.
You said you feel that this is a targeted attack. What do you mean when you say that?
That same school board member is currently going around right now trying to, along with, the whole, what DeSantis is doing, trying to get rid of all basically diversity elements out of schools completely. Like,
she's not doing this for any indoctrination purposes, guys. Had nothing to do with she picked Strange World, she says, because they were doing like environmental studies kind of stuff. And this would show kids the interaction between the planet and themselves. Yeah. So she couldn't show Fern Gully.
It was Earth Sciences.
What about Wall-E?
No, it's important because Earth Sciences is really related to the movie that takes place on an alien planet.
Doesn't it takes place inside their own planet, doesn't it?
Yeah, which is an alien world.
It's an alien world inside their, like if you dig down far enough, you'll find it.
Yeah, like the Hollow Earth. Apparently is what she was going for.
The fantasy land of Avalonia.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They're trying to strip individuality and diversity to fit one common agenda. And it's ruining everything.
That's some interesting language.
It's ruining everything.
You're ruining everything. Ugh.
What are they ruining exactly?
Propaganda, I guess.
Could it be your agenda? Well, I wish I could do the church ladies thing. Satan?
Not what America stands for.
I think let's let our viewers listen to what that parent said that complained about you doing this in a recent school board meeting. Here it is.
It is not a teacher's job to impose their beliefs upon a child. Religious, sexual orientation, gender identity, any of the above. But allowing movies such as this assist teachers in opening a door, and please hear me, they assist teachers in opening a door for conversations that have no place in our classrooms.
By door, she means butthole.
Yeah, indeed. We need these little gay kids to understand they're gay so that they can gay touch them.
Yeah.
We had played that for the viewers in the introduction, but I just want to give you a chance to respond.
Yeah, so that's what she's missing, and what these parents are missing is they're not in the school system. That just shows me that she's ignorant and has not come and volunteered at all. Because these conversations, these doors, they're open. These students have one-to-one devices. The amount of things that they're able to pull up that we have to shut down, these conversations, these doors that she's talking about, that's telling me I'm stripping her rights as a parent, those rights are gone when your child's in the public school system, because there are students talking about these things. It's where they get 90% of their socialization for the day. And we can't shut down every conversation every child has.
Your 5th graders are sitting around talking about being gay.
Yeah. They have meetings about touching each other's wieners and stuff.
Do you know the ages of 5th graders? I kind of gave it away there. They're 9 and 10-year-olds. Your 9 and 10-year-olds are sitting around talking about gay.
Oh, they're all on like X Hamster and Pornhub looking up like how to be the gay. The teachers don't direct them at all. There's no indoctrination. That's a right-wing talking point, you fucking ultra mega white supremacists.
You have no rights when your child's in here because your child uses a one-to-one device. I guess she's talking about phones. You're the teacher. You can tell them they can't use a phone in class.
Yeah.
In fact, you should tell them not to use a phone in class.
Yeah.
Why are fifth graders having cell phones anyway?
I would not. If I had kids, they wouldn't have phones until they were in like the teenage years, only because of desperation.
For me, it depends. Like I gave my son my cell phone one time when he went to a dance. That way he could call me if anything happened or
but that's a different story.
But with kids today, if you could give them a way to contact you, you should give them the old lady phones though.
Yeah, flip phones and shit.
Yeah.
Why are you giving them like a new Galaxy or something? What the fuck is that about?
It should only be a community. It's basically you need to give them a walkie-talkie essentially because they don't need anything else.
Yeah.
They should call you and maybe the cops. That's about it.
If they're at school, they have access to computers and can look stuff up that's safe anyway because all the safe searches turned on. And yeah, you can get around it, but let's be honest, how many kids are actually really good at that? And when they get home, they have access to whatever they want under your supervision.
Yeah. But no, they're not your kids anymore. They belong to the state.
That's what she's saying without realizing it. Or maybe she does realize it and she's just being a disingenuous cunt.
I think she's being disingenuous.
No, I don't think she's being disingenuous at all. I mean, she laid it out there. They're not your kids when you're here. She's saying the quiet part out loud, and she says it as though you should be okay with it.
You should be. How dare you think that you control your child? Just because you plopped it out, comrade, doesn't make it any less a ward of the state.
We can't shut down every conversation. Then you were a shit teacher. That's true, dangerous. I saw another one today. It was a TEDx talk that Scribbles had tweeted out. It's this teacher who's talking about this difficult conversation she had with her fourth grade class. That's where I got the fourth and fifth mixed up. She asked the class, why do you think some people are racist? This is for what do they call it? Not a packet, a module on race. Because that's what your kids need to be learning in fourth grade instead of math, science, social studies.
Yeah, they're all literate. No wonder why.
Yeah, so they have this module on race, and she asked, why do they have racist people? No, sorry, one of the kids asked why that. And she, before she can answer, one of the other little girls raises her hand, and she goes, because black people are the color of poop.
Wow.
And the teacher, she didn't know what to do. She said this, as I was standing there in a near panic attack on how to deal with this situation.
What? The easy answer is, now we don't talk about people like that. And if you're going to compare them to anything, they're like chocolate, just like your vanilla. You're both delicious. Of course, that has a double entendre nowadays for all the women teachers, but hey.
In fairness, I actually liked her answer. She said instead of shutting it down, she had a conversation about it. And yes, some people consider just skin color itself inferior. Okay, fair enough. I had a problem with a grown-ass woman having a fucking panic attack because children spoke.
Yeah, kids say and ask dumb things and weird shit all the time. If you have a panic attack every time, you should not be a teacher. Oh, dear God. You're a fucking idiot. My methods classes were fucking more messed up than that. Grow up, you baby. What is it with like these adult children that we constantly talk about?
Well, that's what's raising our children now. And
I know
we mentioned them going through the college system. They come out, they're still children.
Yeah, they're weak children. On top of that, they're child soldiers out there. They're like, you guys are babies, man.
Right?
Come on. I was almost in a panic attack. I would have a panic attack because I was trying to suppress laughter. You're like, it's kind of funny in a really racist way. Dad
She said
told you that, didn't he?
She said half the class was laughing and the other class was like, hey, you can't say that.
Yes, you can say that. She didn't even say it was her opinion. She just said it.
She said it was what other people's opinion would be. It was a guess. She's in fourth grade. One, I don't believe for a moment that a fourth grader said that. If she said second or third grade, maybe. But fourth graders, come on.
Oh, maybe it was a special class.
Might have been, maybe.
She could have a sibling who's only slightly older or something who's been saying that.
But how in the fuck are you a grown-ass woman and that you're a teacher even? You're not a substitute teacher. You're not a parent who's watching for the class and the teacher stepped out and this isn't your job. This is your fucking job and you had a panic attack?
every day I wake up these days, Monkey, and wonder, is today the day that the Chinese boats take Portland?
Right.
Or Seattle or Los Angeles, because they apparently just have to misgender people and say mean words, and they'll all fold like little bitches. So I'm just shocked we haven't been invaded yet, other than the southern border.
Okay, Jack, I wasn't sure why you had this here, so I read the thing, and I'm gonna punch you in the dick if we ever meet. I swear to bejesus. Bejesus is my God, by the way.
Hey, I said
huh?
I said do that.
You sent this one? Oh, yes, you did. You son of a bitch.
You can punch Jack in the dick anyway.
I like how I was taking the fall for something he did.
I couldn't let you do that, bro.
Okay. Like you
I was going to say, my last two articles weren't that fucking bad. I don't know.
Okay, I apologize. Your dick's safe. Dax, yours is in trouble.
Yeah, I know.
I'm on a dick hunt. All right.
Dick hunter.
Oh, God. Is this in line with that fucking Michelob thing? All right. We didn't talk about that, but I think it was Michelob, right?
Miller Lite.
Miller. I'm sorry,
yeah.
Miller.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh my God, we sexualized women. Send us pictures and we'll cut them all up for you.
And give the mulch we make from it to women brewers. Shut up.
Wasn't it compost?
Yeah, they were composting
compost,
them.
not just mulch, because that's a difference. Compost stinks.
Yeah,
and this bitch is supposedly standing right next to it, reaches in, grabs some, and then sniffs her fingers.
She basically tasted it.
Yeah,
like, you like the smell of shit? All right. Anyway. Oh, that's kind of loud.
What?
That had some bass to it.
Damn. The fuck am I watching?
Just wait for it.
Mo. Oh.
Did she just pull off her mask and her face got fat?
Yep.
Yes, and her armor, because it works like a petticoat.
Remember when they used to bitch because the armor on a woman wouldn't actually cover her? This armor actually covers her completely.
Yeah, but she can't be who she really is, Monkey. It's an allegory.
Be fat in this.
Oh no, she just can't be the pleasantly plump, heroic, athletic woman that she knows, that we all know she really is under all that blubber. Because women can jump around like that when they're 300 pounds.
And maybe they're magic boots.
Especially when they're being strangled like that.
Yeah, it's just science.
At least they didn't go hairy armpit.
I'm surprised they did. I'm more surprised that there's not a bulge where her dong is.
Right down here. I mean,
Yeah.
She got a little bulge, man. I mean,
oh, that's fupa.
That's a fupa. Yeah.
Kind of low down for a fupa is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty fat.
You got a bulge there and then a significant increase. Right, that bitch got a dick. That or, being in there plumped her up down bottom.
She's got Lunchable stuffed up there.
Those are emergency snacks to get her HP back.
Yeah,
there you go.
She got it from that food stand at that bet. Oh, so empowering.
So she's a barbarian?
No, she's just a fat bitch with a sword.
Now, I want you guys to take a guess at what company this is supposedly.
I already
made by.
saw, so I can't.
Oh, okay. For those who didn't see it,
is it Overwatch?
No.
Oh.
Good guess.
Thank you, Comrade Kitty. If men find out we can handle we can hide fat, they're going to tell the church. Oh, I should be reading this for the people who are just listening along. On the screen, it tells us 74% of girls feel underrepresented in video games.
It's just 74% of girls don't play video games.
We partnered with Unreal Engine and Women in Games to change this by making fat video game characters.
Yes, by making unrealistic tubagoos.
No, these exist. There are dwarves and barbarians where you have big ass women.
Yet they're muscular, not fat.
No, some of them are just fat, especially the dwarves, man.
Yeah, dwarves aren't real.
People like Ellie from Borderlands.
Oh yeah,
I did tell her who the voice actress was.
Stupid.
She now has no protection across her belly.
Yeah, so now she's in a worse spot than she was.
Let's make virtual beauty real.
And that's the actress they based it off of.
Some
shocking.
Out. Yeah.
Notice how they actually made her skinnier in the animated.
Yeah, they
version.
did.
Yeah,
There's
look, that fat bitch
fat.
is a 2 on a good day, and I'm tired of like the constant pandering to a bunch of tubby uggos.
Her tattoo is somebody hugging themselves, by the way, if you see on her arm.
I see that right there. Yeah.
What is it?
It's somebody hugging themselves. You know, when you're across your arms and you're like rocking yourself.
Oh.
Learn more about Cynthia. What? Cynthia. Yeah. Real story at dove.com/real virtual beauty.
/moo.
Can I just point out that they took her double chin and turned it into just one long one?
Yeah, well, you know, there's limitations even to the Unreal Engine, monkey. Look, nobody wants to play as a diabetic fatty on the game. You're playing idealized people.
I don't care if they even do that. You can have fat people in video games and stuff. That's fine, but if you, this is like the Barbie thing all over again.
Yeah.
These kids, they see Barbie and it's this unrealistic image. You're talking about somebody who was slaying a demon.
Demons are real, monkey.
These unrealistic expectations. Shut up. If that's the problem with your daughter, you need to have a talk with her.
Yeah, she's got self-image issues.
Yeah.
We never see this about boys. Ever.
They don't care about boys, monkey. They're broken girls.
Well, I know. Frosted Glass, thank you. The belt is Spider-Man stopping the train. Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, but I guarantee those people are not lifting her overhead when they need to, set her down gently.
Yeah, doing the Lord's work there, I guess.
Anyone see Miller Lite Warmer commercial? Is that the one we were talking about just a little bit ago?
Yeah.
I don't know the name of that commercial. Yeah, I saw it. It's from back in March, and it just blew up because somebody found it again. It's not as bad as the Dylan Mulvaney thing, but it is fucking stupid.
Yeah, and Miller was smart enough to pull that ad.
Anyway, on that tub of shit, and I mean the video, not the fat chick, we're going to wrap this one up. God damn.
I had to do it.
No, I don't. I'm glad you did because I hadn't seen that one in Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, and I like how I got blamed for that.
Like you wouldn't have done it.
I would have, but I would have presented it like it was very innocuous.
Yeah.
Whereas you can clearly see in our side chat that he sent it, and I still got blamed.
Look, I don't typically look at who sends stuff over there. You're usually the only one in there talking.
That's
to be fair, I haven't done the producerial thing in fucking years. So.
See? Acting like that's not reasonable for me to have assumed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for every time you come and see us, to all the shares and the likes. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. It's a thumbs up on Rumble. It's the little thumb that's pointing upwards. Click that. It's a good thing. Thank you for the donations. You guys are so generous. We really do appreciate it. And I know I say it, but it is humbling. We appreciate that you like us enough to do that. Jack, anything you want to show?
Yeah, I'll drop a link to the stream I did earlier and a video. As always, thank you so much for the donations. You guys are awesome and you're beautiful people. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe to all our channels so we can feel special.
Colorful Glasses says, I like playing characters that don't look or act like me in real life. That's the point of video games for me. I never make a character that looks like me. Half the time I play as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
That means you're trans, monkey.
In video games, apparently I am.
Nope, you're trans.
I've always done it. Play both male and female. I played some of them just because I think it's funny to have a small woman kick the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
I used to do that in multiplayer games. Go in there as a woman to kick the shit out of whoever was talking the most because I thought it was funny for them to think a girl was beating them up. I'm a little bit petty.
That's okay.
Daxy boy, anything you want to chill out?
No, but a quick anecdote.
Sure.
He's playing as girls. I started as a girl in Grand Theft Auto 5's online multiplayer. The first thing I did was bought the most incredibly slutty clothes I could find. Not because I wanted to stare at my own character, but I wanted to go undercover at the strip club there because you're not allowed to see naked people on the online. So I went down there, and these like 2 12-year-old kids were playing, and they were talking about, wow, this one's interacting with stuff. They're moving around. I go outside, they follow me. I turn around, and I murk them.
Nice.
They're like, oh my god, the stripper shot me.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I enjoyed that day. But that's all I had to share.
Dixie Rose said, "Good night, y'all." In 30 minutes. That's apparently how far behind I am.
Damn.
You know what I noticed in that video? The 74% of girls, underage kids, don't see themselves represented in video games. That fat chick they put in there, did they make her 12 or 14?
No.
Pretty sure she doesn't represent 12 or 14-year-olds.
I doubt very many 14-year-olds are looking at, yeah, it's just like me. I'm an adult with diabetes.
Yeah, well, how many kids are playing? Like, how many girls of that age are playing video games? Honestly, it's really not that many.
It's
how many
more
include
than
phone games?
Yeah,
it's more than it used to be.
Yeah, but still, the majority of girls play like phone games or like Tomb Raider
or The Sims. The Sims, one of my favorite games, is big with girls. There was a Streamlabs to Monkey in there. Dixie, if you got the one about your dad, I did read that one. I haven't got another one through there. So yeah, that's the only one I saw. Thank you for it. Dax, I ask you if you said nothing to shield, just to add it. I will be over on twitch.tv/rantingmonkey here in just a little bit, playing Phasmophobia with my favorite hobo, Bubba Hotep. We got our weekly challenge, which I've been told is a good one after the last 2 weeks of just suck. So the last one was so bad, we didn't even finish it on stream. Each of us finished it off stream because it was a pain in the ass. So hopefully it's much better this time. Daxy boy.
Yeah.
You don't come around enough, man. It's always good to talk to you, my friend.
I'm usually working third shift. I got off tonight because since I work for Tribal, our chief had a celebration thing, so we had an option of getting off, and I took it.
Look, man, anytime you want to stop by, you have an open invitation. Just let me or Jack know, and we'll send you a link.
Absolutely.
Yeah, anytime I can bait you into attacking Jack sounds like fun to me.
Frank, thank you so much. Who represents me and Jack and Daxter?
Me. It's me. I represent you.
To tell me which one.
I love Jack too.
I've never played that series. I watched people when the new one came out, but it's one of those that's not for me.
Start with 2 and just pretend you played the first one. It's a completely different game.
Jack, my friend, I apologize for threatening your wiener.
Thank you.
It's not the first time I've done it, so let's not pretend on that either. But I am sorry I did it without cause tonight.
That's fair. I've probably deserved that several times anyway.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, this wraps it up. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for joining us. We love you, and we will see y'all next time.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Jack's dick's in no danger, but Dax might be. I'm gonna kick him from whence he does pee. Look, I made it right.
He said he was gonna